listening to New Kids on the Pod with your hosts, Momba, Tony D, and JYD.
Make it bounce, make it jiggle, what you sitting on? You know that you're gon' break it down to the floor. Break it down, move around, what you sitting on? You know that you're gon' break it down to the floor. Make it bounce, make it jiggle, what you sitting on? That ass make a felony crash, and sure if the booty get any bigger, you gon' need ass.
Hello, everybody. We'd like to welcome you to New Kids on the Pod. I am one of your hosts. No, I didn't. It's fine. It's fucking Tony's fucking with the shit over there. Welcome to New Kids on the Pod. I am one of your hosts, JYD, and with me, as always, is Tony D and Momba.
Welcome to the show. We're rolling 2 weeks straight. This is a new record for us.
Can you turn my headphones
Did
up,
we
please?
record last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Like more. There you go. Yeah.
Is that better?
Also, it was
That's
a
a lot
special
better.
event episode because we recorded it in an empty stadium, as you guys might have heard.
Yeah, Junkyard, care to explain what happened?
We recorded in the United Center. That's why there was an echo.
Is that true, Junkyard?
That is not true.
So then why they sound like shit?
I don't know why didn't it sound like shit, guys.
I don't know.
So did you fix it?
No.
Can you make it sound like that again?
No.
Let's see, do it.
Let's go back to United Center.
Hold on, we're going back to United Center. We're back on location.
To an empty stage.
There it is.
That sounds good. Let's keep it though. Or in the men's bathroom of United Center.
Oh, that's true. You know how when you're sitting on the, doing your business and you get a phone call?
And then you hear somebody like let one rip.
With that echo?
I heard the other day I walked into the men's room at my job, and there was a guy who was aggressively shitting, like violently shitting, like it would shoot out of his asshole.
So it's coming out with force.
Yeah, force. And then
That's when you have there's shit and gas. And it's just
and I could tell he was in pain because he was like ah.
Oh, like it wasn't like relief. It was more like he was hurting.
Pray for my asshole, pray.
And because he was in the bathroom, it sounded just like that.
Yeah, I had to get out of there.
So
I didn't even wash my hands.
So our bathroom where I work, they just they remodeled it recently. So they put like brand new lighting and everything, and the lights have motion sensors. So they shut off after I think it's maybe 7 minutes of inactivity, which is very inconvenient for me because I like to take my time. So I had to find out where these sensors are, and whenever I go do my business, because I like to sit there, share some dank memes. So I'm sitting there, and sure enough, after a while, if nobody walks in, the lights just completely shut off, and it's pitch black.
Oh, so it's not like there's not ambient lighting?
No, it's completely black. I could get diddled.
But you probably want that. don't you?
Diddled by the boogeyman.
So, but what I do is
What if the lights went off and then you felt the tickle on your butthole from inside the toilet?
Oh, from inside. So, and it definitely wasn't my doo-doo coming out?
Yeah, it was like a Ninja Turtle who was
Ooh.
grazing a finger over your asshole.
So when you walk in, as soon as you walk in to the left, there's a sink. There's 2 urinals and there's 3 stalls. So I always like to sit at the furthest stall. That way, there's the least chance of someone sitting next to you.
Yeah.
Have your own.
As everyone.
Yeah.
Is it the handicap stall?
No. There's the handicap stall's on the first floor.
Okay. So you guys really like to inconvenience the.
Yes, the handy capable.
So if there's somebody who's all the way at the top, and they need to use the bathroom, well,
They gotta go to the first floor.
Yeah, and there's no elevator, so
There's no elevator.
you gotta throw yourself over the stairs.
You gotta control you down the stairs. So the motion sensor is right above the middle stall, but it's kind of a little to the left, so I can kind of see it when I'm sitting there. So what I do is whenever I go in there, I grab maybe a wad of paper towel, and I just have it in my hand in case nobody walks in. I just chuck it up, and it kind of hits the motion sensor, and the lights go on for another 7 minutes.
Do you use that also to wipe too, or is that just?
Well,
It's paper towel, so it's fine.
I have to make a choice.
Yeah.
Either I wipe or I sit in complete darkness. So, sometimes you got to make the tough choice. And
If I were you, I would just for the. I'm sure everybody else has the same problem, so I would just make a office stick or something.
I was
This
thinking
is a
about that.
bathroom stick.
yeah, get a yardstick from Home
Yeah.
Depot or something and just kind of
And
wave.
then just wave it.
Just
around.
wave
Why
it
don't
up.
you just pull some toilet paper out and throw it?
That's what he did.
Yeah, so
It didn't work?
Well, because toilet
No,
paper.
but I'm saying like that's a waste. If you just have
It's a waste because
if you have a stick,
because
and
the toilet paper they have there is that cheap like 1.5 ply.
Just pull the whole roll out.
it's the 1 ply.
Yeah, it's like 1.5 ply.
Yeah.
It's like it is 2 ply, but if you pull it apart, it's like they're like almost see through.
Yeah.
So it's very, very thin 2 ply. But when you go dry your hands, they got those thick paper towels that fold. So I can grab like 2 of them, make a nice little ball, maybe moisten a little bit. Boom. I got myself a wad for motion detecting.
I'm telling you, just throw the whole roll.
Nah.
Oh, you know those things that
Because I know the guy that cleans the janitor, and he's a cool guy, and I feel
You don't
bad.
wanna do that to
I don't want
him?
to just start chucking shit, and then it falls in the toilet. Because like the thing is, like when I throw it, like the sensor is like more towards the center. So if I do throw the roll of toilet paper, there's a chance it could bounce and fall right into the toilet next to it. So if I just throw the wad of paper towels, it's not enough to clog it. It's just enough to like whatever, it'll fall in there. You can flush it. So that's why I do it that way.
or get
Look, man, I thought this through. Okay.
or get what are those things when you go to Bulls games? They're like balloons almost. They're
Oh,
made out
the
of plastic,
thunder
and you
sticks.
smash them together.
Yeah.
Oh,
so you just
the
wave your
clappers?
arms and then you
Yeah.
just like smack them together.
Yeah. the noisemakers.
Do you think they did that to not only conserve energy and save money, but save money by cutting off the allotted shit time that you guys have?
Yeah, I'm sure that the building management was in cahoots with company management. Like, look, we're gonna install some motion sensors, make it 7 minutes. That way, like, if like, oh fuck, lights are off, might as well just wipe and go.
That would freak me out if that happened.
It's pretty freaky because it gets pitch black,
Yeah, especially because
and then it's funny because like, one time before I came up with my method, it went pitch black, and I'm like, fuck, I'm like, oh man. So well, I had my phone, so I could turn on my flashlight, to.
yeah, but nobody wants to shit in the dark.
Exactly. So somebody, but like maybe like less than a minute later, somebody walked in. If somebody walks in, and it's pitch black, I guess they assume no one's there.
Yeah.
So I don't want people to like get all freaked out because there's somebody there. They're like, how long has this motherfucker been here?
Or no. Why is this guy shitting in the dark?
Yeah. Why is he shit in the dark?
That's the weirdest thing.
Isn't that really
Well, what you do
awful?
is
like somebody walks in and then like, and then they see like someone sitting in the stall in complete darkness.
No, what you do is like when he walks in, just be like, "Thanks for turning the light back on,
I
buddy."
should. I'm like, hey man, thanks, thanks, bro.
I couldn't see my asshole.
So yeah, that's my bathroom dilemma.
I would just like nobody's walked in here for the last 20 minutes.
It's like my feet or like my legs are numb. I can't feel my legs.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. Just take a stick and wave it.
Yeah.
That is pretty funny though. Are you doing the echo thing again?
No,
It sounds good though.
It wasn't the worst thing.
It wasn't
people complained about it.
Well,
What do you have to say to those people, Momba?
You get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for, and when it comes to this podcast, you pay nothing. So I don't feel bad for you.
But what if, like, I bet if you were listening to one of your favorite podcasts and there was echo the whole time and it bothered you, you'd be upset.
I would say, I don't pay for it, so I
you'd
can't
say-
complain.
You'd stay in your lane.
Stay in my lane.
What if there was echo in Game of Thrones?
Now, if it was,
If there was echo in Game of Thrones, technically he wouldn't be mad because he doesn't pay for it.
I would be
But
mad.
You'd be mad for me
for Tony
because you know that I do. So you'd be
Yeah,
like, man,
I would call up Tony and be like, man, I'm really upset for you.
I'd be like, oh, thank you, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I appreciate you being mad in solidarity.
Oh, it's okay. Remember a couple episodes ago,
Nope.
you guys were trying to like GoFundMe for my HBO Go subscription or HBO subscription because I said I didn't have HBO.
Oh yeah, because you have nothing.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
So it
That
turns
sounds pretty funny.
So actually, it turns out I had HBO for free. Maybe I shouldn't say this because somebody might hear it and like discontinue this. But so I had HBO for free for 3 months with my subscription, my cable subscription.
I don't think enough people listen to us
and
where this will
you'd be surprised.
garner. Although we have been going up.
Yep, we've
haven't
been
we?
blowing up.
Oh,
So-
don't tell them that. We want the pity listen.
Oh, we want- so now all the pity listeners are gonna stop listening. Like,
Yeah.
they don't need me anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, we do.
That's
need
not
you.
true, folks. We need every one of you.
Yeah,
And
and
to-
more,
and to-
and more. Don't tell
and-
your friends.
And to all the new listeners, welcome.
Tell your friends, tell your brothers, tell your sisters, tell your uncles, tell your aunts, your cousins, your grandmothers, your
Anyway,
grandfathers.
continue. So free HBO.
So yeah, I got free HBO for 3 months. Like when I got my, this was like back in like probably like 6 months ago because I haven't HBO for a while. But it turns out I can still log in HBO Go. I don't have HBO on my cable. Like I can't like if I go to the HBO channel.
Yeah, it
I
doesn't.
don't have it anymore. It just says like my like I don't have it subscribed to
Yeah.
it. But if I log into HBO Go, I'm still Gucci. I can still watch everything. Like I can still
Really?
Yeah,
And it's your account,
it's my account.
and you're not getting charged for HBO.
No, it even logs me in through my cable subscriber.
Yeah, through Xfinity.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you're like in a glitch right now.
Yeah, I'm in a glitch.
So it'd be a shame if someone were to trick on you.
Yes, it would.
Who would I go to report this?
That's. Did I tell you guys that? I think I might have said this story like a while back, but you remember where I work? I work for a company that provides DirecTV to what they call MDUs, which are like high rises.
And
like
why can't you
multi-dwelling
get
units.
DirecTV for free or something?
Well, because they only provide it for like what they do is they throw a line.
You have multiple.
I wish I did. So anyway, the point is like one of the properties that we serviced was in Florida. It was a trailer park area.
Trailer community.
Yeah, whatever you want to call them.
trailer
A trailer community. So anyway, this lady wrote in a handwritten letter, like handwritten. She didn't say what her name was, but she gave the address of someone else. She's like, to whom it may concern, this person, and she wrote down the person's name, who lives at this address, has been getting free service, free TV, free cable for like the past year from you guys. And she's always bragging about it to all of us, and I'm sick of hearing it. So one of my friends who worked in the billing department is like, oh, let me cut that off right now. And he did. She shut her off.
That's bogus.
Oh
So,
man.
Moral of the story is, don't brag.
I'm not bragging. I'm just
saying, but it's just funny because like, you're getting it for free,
Yeah.
but if you keep bragging about it, Mamba or I might be inclined to write HBO a letter. Be like, look, Junkyard's getting free shit, and he keeps bragging about it. I don't like it.
You know what else
Not
I get
even
for
an
free?
email, a well thought out handwritten letter.
Handwritten.
You know what else I get for free?
What?
Netflix. Do you know why? Because of T-Mobile. Thank you, T-Mobile, for paying for my Netflix.
All that bezel that they're buying up.
Yeah, the Spectrum.
Oh shit, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, shout out to T-Mobile for the free Netflix.
Did T-Mobile? Did they buy Sprint?
Not yet. They
Oh,
were
man,
still in
but they're
talks of
merging.
merging, but
What was I
no.
gonna say? The other day, a mutual friend of ours. I guess she works for Comcast. What'd she say? She said something about working for Comcast.
do I know this person?
Yeah, you know
Oh.
her, you know. But she was like, she said something about Comcast, and I was
Like
like,
in person?
no, on her Snapchat,
Oh, okay.
and I was like, yo, can you hook it up for free? She was like, unfortunately, I can't, but I can make sure that you have great service. And I was like, bullshit, because Comcast has never provided great service once in the history of that company.
So this is the thing about Comcast is like I feel like their actual like cable and internet service is fantastic. Their customer service, on the other hand, is subpar. So their customer service is subpar, but their actual like service, like the
You know what?
the
Honestly,
quality
like-
of service is good.
Like, I've only had to call them a handful of times since I've had it, and every time I don't know, maybe I got lucky because I have not had one problem. Like one, I had one. I don't know if I told you guys, but one time like my internet would drop to like 10, 14 kilobytes per second. Like
What the
fucking
fuck?
dial up? Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck
Less
is this
than
shit?
dial up.
It was
Dial-up's
total. It was
56.
total shit. So, and it would happen like, and at first I'm like, you know what? Because I had an old ass Linksys router. I'm like, you know, it's probably my fucking router because it's old as fuck. It's the WRT 100. You remember those
purple ones?
Yeah. So anyway, it was old as balls. I'm like, you know what? Fuck, it's time to get a new one. So I bought a brand new one. It worked great. The range was better. Like I even I had just gotten a new package, so that the speed was at the time it was like maybe like 85 megabytes per second. But every now and then it would drop to like less than like a megabyte, and I would do speed tests. I would reboot everything, and it would just be total shit. So I called them, They're like, all right, well, let's see what's going on. So they did some tests. And like, yeah, we see that, for some reason it shouldn't be. So they did a bunch of other shit. Like, all right, we're going to send someone out. So a guy came out, really nice guy. He spent like a good 2 hours at my house. What happened was outside, one of the lines was damaged, one of the cable lines, and water got in there. And funny because every time it happened is when it rained. And when it rained, water would get in the line and it would just completely like. So he replaced all the coax all the way from inside to outside to the pole, like everything. And he's like, yeah, I don't know, and he was like, man, like I don't know which, he even apologized, like, man, I'm sorry for whoever came out to do this before because they did it wrong. They're supposed to twist it a certain way or cap it a certain way or put these like weatherproof like things on there. They had none of that shit. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, you know what, yeah, and then I had to pretend to be upset. I'm like, yeah, I can't believe how could
I told him that.
That's because what happened was that before I had bootleg Comcast, so I paid a guy on Craigslist like $100 to come out to my house and just give me a line. So he just jerry rigged that shit.
Why did you start paying it?
Huh?
Why did you start paying it?
Well, because I got a job.
Oh.
And I wanted to contribute to society.
Oh, I see.
Well,
that's stupid.
It was actually a sweet deal. I paid him $100. He came out and he hooked it up, and I bought the modem for $200. And the modem was already like set up and configured. All you just come plug it up and you're good to go. But the problem is that like whenever Comcast upgrades their, when they went to DOCSIS 3, they discontinued all the old modems. Yeah. So the old modems just don't work.
Right.
So what are you gonna do? You're gonna call and bitch about your bootleg modem? You can't. So I had a choice. I could either go on Craigslist again, find another one for another $200, have them come on and do it. But I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go legit because I also needed TV because at the time I had DirecTV and DirecTV was like fucking charging me up the ass.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it. I'll just go all Comcast. Yeah. They had a good deal for first time customers.
Right.
As far as they know, I was a first time customer. So yeah. So the guy thought that like a previous technician had gone out there and like fucked it all up, and he apologized. I'm like, yeah, man, I can't believe that shit. Little did he know. I knew damn well what happened.
It was old fucking old Craig from Craigslist.
And did you get charged for that at all?
No.
Nothing.
No.
If it's outside of the house, they don't charge you. If it's inside the house, they charge
if
you.
it's something inside, then they'll charge you. But if it's anything outside, then
okay.
So yeah, so they didn't charge me anything. That was one of the times I called. Another time was when the DVR was just fucking up. They just sent me a new one.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe like I haven't had any billing disputes.
Well, have
that's
you been?
Why.
Yeah,
because everything I've had is all technical, and they were able to just fix it.
Like their billing. Yeah,
but I heard that like a lot of the issues with it is with their billing.
Not just that, but like their like if you want to cancel,
Okay.
they're fucking pain in the ass to cancel.
Why? What did they do?
Well, I mean, they obviously try to keep you, and they
No,
do
you
all
know
this
what the
shit.
best way for that shit is? Just don't fucking pay them.
Well,
They'll get rid of you real quick.
Well, like in my case, like I wanted to cancel my TV and keep my internet. So like shit like that.
So you're trying to half cancel,
right?
It's like you're trying to have a friends with benefits.
Oh, exactly.
You know that doesn't
it's
work.
because you wanted a foot out the door.
You know that it doesn't work in relationships. It's not going to work with Xfinity.
But it's okay because
you got to be either all in or you're out.
What did they?
It's okay
because
they got me. Well, no, they were like, oh, but if you get this package, I'm like, dude, listen. I was like, I'm getting this for this price. Like these are the channels I want. I want HBO. I want Showtime, and this is how much it's going to cost me. Can you do better than? Can you equal to or do better than that? And they're like, well, we can give you this, but it doesn't have HBO or it doesn't have Showtime, one of the two. And I'm like, no, I need both. No, man, I don't have anything. I'm like, well, then I don't want it. Just give me the fucking internet, and that's it.
That's why I'm impressed by you, Junkyard, because even though I say you don't have a backbone, you'll probably dispute something like that. Whereas if I'm on the phone, I'm just trying to get the conversation open because I hate talking on the phone.
Yeah.
So they're like,
so you just agree with whatever they're saying.
Yeah, they're
just
like,
to get them off the phone.
They're like, sir, we can hook you up with this package with internet, TV, and home phone. I don't use home phone. I'm like, yeah, how much would it be? They're like, oh, it's X amount of, like, you'd be paying $150 a month. All right, cool. Set it up. I have a home phone line, but I don't use it.
Well, sometimes that's worth it, but but then they called me back and they're like, because they always call me for promotions, like, oh, you should do this and this. They called me a few months like when I re-got cable again, and I was like, they were like, oh, we have this like all Latino package, like. I'm like, wait, that sounds racist. Like, why are you calling me about a Latino package? And they're like, but it's like, oh no, it's not like it's you get extra Latino channels, but you get this, and this for this price. And I'm like, does that come with HBO? Should I give you HBO for 3 months?
It comes with HBO Latino.
No, well, yeah, all HBO comes with HBO Latino. But anyway, So anyway, it came out to like the same price I was paying for like the streaming service.
Oh.
So I'm like, fuck it, hook it up, and I went back to Comcast and cut my streaming service it was a contract for 2 years.
Yeah.
Which in most cases isn't bad, but since they actually for 2 years they cannot change the price on you.
Yeah,
I know.
See, I don't
If you sign
mind.
a
I don't mind the
contract,
two-year commitment as
right.
long as they lock in that price.
Right, exactly. So that's what I was like. So they're like, and your contract doesn't get void unless you cancel all your service. Like even if you decide to cancel your TV, as long as you keep one of the two services, your contract's still good. So you're still like,
So
binded.
you can cancel everything except your home phone.
Then why did they tell me to? I tried to do the same thing. I was like, I want to cancel my cable. They were like, no, we still have you in contract.
And you're like, okay. And you
Yeah. Sorry to bother you.
like, okay, I'm sorry, sir.
Sorry to bother you.
Well, she told maybe I could be mistaken, but she told me over the phone that maybe they just told me that to sell me. She's like, as long as you keep one of our services, you can.
I'm sure
you're
you
still
can.
like.
You just have to like. They'll
you probably have to pressure them.
or they'll have to restructure because if the price you got was the
Is a
pri-
promo?
was that price was a promo, but it had to have all three, and you
Yeah.
want to cancel one of them, they probably can do it, but they're gonna have to restructure whatever remaining services.
I
you
just
have.
Yeah.
like, I was like, I don't want cable anymore.
Like, oh, too bad.
She was like, sir, you still have. I see here you still have 9 months under your contract. I'm like, okay, well,
Okay.
sorry to
I'll
bother you.
I'll call you. I'll call you back in 9 months.
Yeah, you have a nice day.
You apologize.
Yeah.
Sorry to bother you.
But I've been thinking about cutting the cord, but I don't need to anymore. It's not even worth it. I just keep because I have a really good deal right now. Like I said, it's good for but like probably at this point like a year and a half.
What about after those 2 years and it's like more expensive? Are you just gonna go back to streaming?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
sure.
but I don't.
And I you know what? Like now, DirecTV Now, which our boy Pancho put me on. I had signed up for it when they first came out because he told me about it. It was like $30 a month for like 200 channels, and it was good for life as long as you didn't like cut that promotion. But I couldn't wait anymore. I don't want to pay $30 for that, and then now because it didn't have DVR and their on demand sucked dick. Like there was nothing on demand. Like,
DirecTV's on demand does suck.
So, like I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm just gonna cancel
And
it.
I think like I don't know if that's still the case, but I remember when I had it.
But it was DirecTV Now. It was a streaming service. It wasn't their actual like.
But I'm saying like
service.
even their actual on demand sucked because I remember I had it and you had to be connected to the internet in order for on demand. And what it would do is it would download whatever you wanted to watch, and then you could watch it. So if your internet wasn't like top notch, you have to just sit there and wait for it to download.
Right.
And then it's like streaming it.
Well, this one's streaming anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But the things like, for example, at the time, I remember I was watching This Is Us, and like the new episode came out like. Oh, that's weird.
You know what you should watch?
What?
You should watch Peaky Blinders.
Nah, I'm good.
Good show.
Great show.
Mama.
You should watch Peaky Blinders.
All right, Mamba. Just because you said
You know what?
recommended it.
I'm not even mad. As long as you watch it, I don't care.
You won't be disappointed.
I won't be disappointed if Mama takes her credit for it.
Anyway, so
You know what you should watch, Tony?
Ozarks?
Cobra Kai.
You know what? I'll check it out. I heard
It's
it
a
was
good
good.
show.
You know, no one's ever put me on. So
Really?
no,
That's weird.
I'm surprised.
I'm surprised too.
Yeah, all right, I'll check it out. Thank you, Mamba.
It seems like something one of us would definitely be interested in, but he never mentioned it.
That someone is you, I guess, because you're the one that recommended it.
Yeah,
to
it
me.
is.
All right, I'll definitely check it out.
So anyway, back to what I was saying. I realized. Oh, so yeah, so they're on demand. They're on demand. What it would do? So I was watching This Is Us, and like the episode came out today. Usually, like on Comcast or any other, like even like other streaming services, if it comes out today, by tomorrow it's on demand.
Mm-hmm.
They did their latest episode of that show was like 2 weeks before. I'm like, what kind of fucking
2
bullshit?
weeks
Like,
after?
no, 2 weeks before. So like for example, say This Is Us comes
their
out on
latest-
Tuesdays.
Okay.
Usually it's on demand by Wednesday. Okay, so let's say I checked Wednesday for Tuesday's episode.
Yeah.
It was the last episode they had on demand was 2 weeks ago. Tuesday, 2 weeks ago.
So you're saying is that you're better off on Pirate Bay?
Exactly.
Pirate Bay has it like that same day.
Exactly. So it's like, what the fuck? I'm like, this is garbage and no DVR. So essentially, if you're not watching it live, which I never watch, I very rarely watch TV live, unless it's sports. Like if you're not watching live, you're not watching TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Comcast does have a pretty good on-demand service.
Dude, so for Comcast on demand and their streaming service is fucking top notch, man. Like you can stream almost every channel, like on that you have access to on your computer or on your phone.
Yeah, I do like that.
It's fucking great.
I do like that because you can just go to watch now.
Yeah.
And on with DirecTV you can do that, but it's only like select channels.
Right.
And it's only like select shit on. It's like you can't do live.
And
like,
that's why I hated PlayStation View, because PlayStation View, like, and it was mostly sports channels, which really pissed me off.
because that's one of the main reasons.
Right.
Yeah.
Sports stuff you can only watch in home, streaming in home, and the reason they know is like because they get your IP address. And so, like, whatever IP address you set up, if you can never change it. If you change it, you're away from home, and they'll cancel your service. So, like, if you take, like, say you take your PlayStation with you to a different house, and it's a different, like, they'll cancel your service if they see that your address has changed.
No, wait, it just won't work. It won't cancel
No, they
your service.
cancel your service.
No.
They'll
'Cause
cancel it
Read the
completely?
terms and conditions. They says after, like, I think it's after like 30 days or a week or 14 days or whatever, they will cancel your service if your IP address doesn't go back to the same to what it was to
it
whatever
won't
your
even work.
home was.
But it won't even like you.
I don't know. Like I said, that's
I know this
that's what it
because like
says.
I've tried to like when I'm not at home and I log into the Xfinity Live. When you try to watch, it says you can't.
No, Xfinity. I'm talking about PlayStation View.
Oh, PlayStation View.
PlayStation
my
View.
My bad. Okay, because Xfinity just won't let you. It
No,
just
yeah,
says,
yeah,
It just says no, you're
yeah,
fucked.
yeah. Please, I don't.
So PlayStation View will let you, but if it knows,
Like for no, but it's only if if you like take your whatever device like
yeah,
that is connected,
like, so you bring
like
your PlayStation, to my
at your house,
and you want to watch TV.
right? They will cancel your service.
Damn.
If it's only if you watch a certain amount of days. So like if I go to your house for if I go to your house for like
Yeah.
a week,
So we
for
got
example,
a month to watch all that shit.
right? They'll cancel your service. And like I said, so like I said, mostly sports channels you have to
weird.
watch in home.
I don't see why that would be an issue as long as you're paying for it.
They don't want they for reasons like that where they don't want you like streaming shit. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like for example, I guess their thing is like they have agreements with like certain channels and certain sports things that like for example like the NFL. You can't stream any NFL games on the PlayStation because of the NFL streaming app or whatever that they have that you have to pay for. Or MLB games. Like if you want to stream MLB games, you have to have MLB streaming. You have to pay extra for that. So I guess, but in Comcast lets you do all that shit. Other companies let you do it, but PlayStation won't. That's why I hate it about it, because you can only watch certain shit in home. So anyway, but yeah, Comcast, that's the way to go.
As much as we hate them,
I don't really watch live TV anymore, anyways.
Like I said, I only watch live sports. Like if I'm out and I want to watch like a soccer game, a football game. Oh, like the other day, for example, my wife was watching. I was at home, but still, like she was watching some shit on Netflix, and the Niners game had started, so I just pulled my phone out and put the Niners game on, streaming from Comcast.
If you were really
Perfect.
the man of the house,
were you excited to watch them lose?
Yes, I was. It
If
was
you
the
were
first game
really
of the
the man
season.
of the house, you would have her watch whatever she's watching on her
Well, it's 'cause-
phone,
yeah,
and then put what you
Are
wanted.
you
on
are
the-
you are you on the Jimmy G bandwagon?
I am on the Jimmy G bandwagon.
Did you get your Kaepernick jersey?
No, I didn't. I have a Jerry Rice jersey.
I heard he had a jersey or shirt recently come out. Like I stand with Kaepernick or
Yeah,
some
they
shit,
sold out.
and they sold out like crazy.
Who had one? Jimmy G.
Kaepernick.
'Cause
Kaepernick.
He has his own website, and it says
Oh, I
there's
see.
it's like a shirt with the number 7. It says "I stand with Kaepernick." It sold out within hours.
It should say I kneel with Kaepernick.
That would make more sense.
It would-
Anyway, so yeah, I was excited to watch it, but no, I didn't kick her off because I fell asleep and I gave up my rights to the TV because I knocked out because we were watching the Ozarks, and like as soon as the episode ended, I knocked out.
Yeah, but this
It's a good
is-
ass show.
This is your household.
I'm not an asshole, Momba.
Yeah, but you pay the bills here.
No, I don't.
You don't pay any of them,
Yeah, I
Mom
do, but I don't pay all of them, so it's technically not mine.
but you pay more than your wife for, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so she should be on her phone streaming whatever novella she wants, and you should be putting the Niners game on the big screen.
So this may be my house, but she owes 100% of the pussy.
Damn, that's right. I mean,
that may be true.
that's very true. And,
So-
and that does kind of that introduces some interesting negotiation.
Exactly.
I could understand if you guys were
that's a
just.
pretty big bargaining chip. Though.
I could understand if you guys were just dating or you guys were engaged, but once
you're
she
married, that's
once
yours.
she said "I do," she gave up all rights to her body. She forfeited the right to say.
I mean, I think a judge and a court would disagree with you on that, Mamba, but
I don't know.
teach their own.
According to the law, she is now your legal property. You may want to look
Yeah, I
into
mean,
that.
you've paid your import fees.
Yeah.
Literally.
Literally.
Lucky you did it sooner than later, because now Trump with all those tariffs, you would have
Yeah.
really paid.
You paid a lot more.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Anyway, let's get to our Urban Dictionary word today. Since we're like 30 minutes in, and we didn't do it. Today's word is lodestar. Guys, do you know what lodestar is? Something I've never heard before. Actually,
I've never heard it either. I have no idea.
Load is another word for jizz. Like blow your load.
but it's not spelled the same way. LODE, lodestar.
Can't say.
So, lodestar is a slang term for a brand of twinkly vibrator favored by Christian farm girls in Indiana.
Wait, what?
So Christian farm girls.
Favor a twinkly vibrator.
So it's like a sparkly vibrator.
Vibrator, yeah. That Christian farm girls love.
Why is it lodestar though?
I have no idea. But I can use it in a sentence.
Uh,
Mike,
by all
be a
means.
good boy and reach in the bedside drawer to get lodestar for your mother. But put some lard on it first.
Some lard. Oh, instead of some lube, they use lard.
So maybe they're Christian farm girls, right?
Yeah.
That's why
So-
that's why they use lard instead of lube.
Yeah. So like Lone Star, but load is in like, chode?
I don't know, man.
I think we need to do some more research on this.
All right. But anyway, whenever you guys say lodestar, you will
They
hear.
don't have any. I hope
That
we
That
don't.
sounded
was
terrible.
loud.
I hope we don't hear that sound effect again.
Try
Right
that
here.
again, Drunkard.
Well, that's your headphones. No, keep my headphones back to where it was. You don't change the headphones. I'll change it on here. How about that?
All right. Okay, that made it worse.
How about that? How about now? How about this?
Just don't say Lodestar again.
Yeah, don't ever say lodestar. You need a beer?
Yeah, let me get a beer. I'm more so not excited to drink it. I'm just more excited to open it. my
Should we shout out the person who gave us these beers?
I'm trying to my uncle's.
Did he really give them to you, or he just left them here?
He just left them here.
Okay, so shout out to the person who just left
his
beer
beer.
here, and now we're
My,
drinking it because he left some Primo beer.
My aunt's boyfriend. I told him that I'd finally learn how to open a beer with keys. He suggested another way. He suggested with the tip. So I'm gonna try that out. Well, I guess it works just the same.
Nice.
I want to try.
You failed last.
Anyway, so yeah. We didn't have any emails this week, guys. I'm kind of disappointed.
Really?
I mean, we have one, which we will save for our question of the week, but we haven't gotten any no Pancho segment.
Any Twitter comments?
No. Okay, you guys, we want to mention about our Twitter?
Because we didn't talk about that, did we?
No, we didn't, because we got it after the fact, after the last episode.
Did they ever reply to you?
No, I tweeted him, so I replied to what he tweeted, and he didn't respond. So I tweeted him directly just to see if he would respond. He didn't. And I'm just gonna leave him alone because I'm not gonna try to
Yeah, we ain't
I ain't trying to
seem
sweat him.
Thirsty or shit
Yeah. Right.
like that.
But he hasn't responded yet. No. So do you guys want to explain what's going on?
No, I don't.
You're the producer. You're the one that fucked up, so you explain it.
So anyway,
I don't want to talk about it.
a few episodes ago, for those who listen religiously, we talked about, or Tony brought up Don's Plum, the movie. Tony, can you give everybody a brief synopsis?
So Don's Plum is a movie that was that starred Leonardo DiCaprio,
Tobey Maguire
Tobey Maguire.
and the Pussy Posse.
It was the Pussy Posse, and we did discuss the Pussy Posse. And I think it was pretty much this was after Leonardo did Titanic. He was already pretty famous and huge, so him and his buddies wanted to make a movie. So they made this movie, and it was, I mean, I don't know, you got to watch it. I mean, it's free on YouTube. It's an interesting movie. I'm not saying it's the worst movie I've ever seen, but
It's definitely not the
It's
best.
definitely not top 100 for me. So
Where would you rate it in Leonardo DiCaprio's collection of movies? Like in his.
I mean, I think what's interesting about it is that I'm pretty sure they were not really acting. I'm pretty sure that's how they are.
No, it was improvised. It was an improvised movie.
I
read
know
it.
it was, but I'm pretty sure that it's that's kind of how they are. And I'm
just
pretty
like
sure.
that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how they are. So, anyway, the movie was never supposed to be released,
It was released in Europe.
and then it was, but
Not released in the US,
It was not
no.
released in the U.S. because apparently, from what I've read, is that they didn't want to release it because it was so bad.
That's what I heard. What I read it was because I looked into it
Uh-huh.
after we got that whole tweet. I guess some of the dispute was like Tobey Maguire. He said some shit in the movie. Like he said, he was just acting. It was improvised. That made him look bad, and he didn't want it to be released. That was one of the things. There's other reasons why. But based on, anyway, go ahead, finish.
So anyway, we had the whole episode with Don's Plum. We're talking about it, and apparently, like, one of the writers for the movie actually, I don't know if he listened to the podcast, but he must have. There's no other way he would have known. So he tweeted us saying that that Leonardo DiCaprio loved the movie and he wanted to release it, and it wasn't because of him that it wasn't released, and he wanted to discuss it. I'm like, But by the time we saw it, it was already like what, 2 weeks after?
Yeah. Yeah, about 2 weeks.
Yeah. So
he was a producer, right, or a writer?
A producer and writer.
yeah.
So this guy has worked with films, and somehow he heard of our shitty podcast, and heard what we said, and we don't know how.
We don't know how.
I mean,
We have no idea. When you tweeted it, everything is connected, right?
read the tweet.
Hold on.
Not the tweet. Like when you posted the episode, what did it say in the tweet?
I think because we did say like we talked
We
about.
mentioned Don's
We
Plum.
did mention it, but it wasn't hashtagged.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't hashtagged.
So how would he? I don't know. Unless I don't know, maybe someone heard it and someone told him.
Anyways, I think it's kind of cool that we had an actual producer and writer
Yeah, it was just weird that
acknowledge our
Yeah.
podcast, and he wanted to talk about it. Maybe he continued to listen to the episode. That's why he's not replying to you.
So what happened was
No, he did because he actually like mentioned what we talked about. He wouldn't have known otherwise. That wasn't in the
But I'm
description.
saying like he
didn't listen to the rest of it.
He probably came across our podcast, and then you're like, oh, they're talking about Don's Plum. And he's like, wait, that's not right. And then he listened to the rest of the podcast. He's like, oh, these guys are shit.
What I think is what happened was since we mentioned it in the
tweet.
He listened to it because he wanted to see what we talked about, and then he responded to it.
But like he would only notice that we talked about it if we like hashtagged it or something. Like you made it a keyword. If it's just in the tag.
No, I think because you can. I think it's set up like if anybody mentions anything,
Even if it's not even a hashtag.
even if it's not a hashtag,
maybe.
you can. Because I know you can do it in Google, so I would assume you
He probably has some alerts set up.
Maybe.
Maybe I'm looking for.
So when you post this episode, write Don's Plum on it.
So we can.
So you and hashtag it too.
I thought about it. Well, I don't know if you can hashtag Don's.
But you know
Plum.
what? No, actually, don't know. We ain't trying to be thirsty.
Yeah, we're not thirsty. Well, bro, I thought that was followers. That's just tweets.
You were
I
getting
was gonna
excited.
say
Even
we're
that is not
blowing up. I was wrong. That's cool though. That somebody who's actually legit and is in the biz
Here, I think it's this one right here.
wanted to talk about it. We talk about the movie Don's Plum.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So here, I even put it up for our YouTube viewers so they can see what.
So you can see how famous we are.
Yeah.
Yep, we're so famous. We got 1 retweet and 2 like,
But
2 likes.
But one of those likes was from a writer producer.
Yeah.
So it's on this episode on Good Tweet. We talk about Don's Plum. Let's talk about Sacha Baron Cohen's new show. Blah blah whatever. So the guy named Dale Wheatley says, guys, Leo and Toby stopped Don's Plum over a dispute completely unrelated to the quality of the film. In fact, Leo loved the film. From his mouth to my ears. I wrote the movie, by the way. Well, I was one of the writers. Watch the film and let's talk about it. And then I replied, wow, I totally missed this reply. Sorry about...
This is like a month later.
Yeah. No,
So
yeah,
it was-
about almost a month later, yeah. A little more than a month, yeah.
Because he tweeted this on August 3rd.
Yeah.
Probably like after
Oh,
we
yeah, so
posted
it's
it. And then we barely noticed it like last week.
Yeah, we don't look at our Twitter that often.
See, we should have put it on Pinterest.
Pinterest. The thing is, we need to start
that-
reading our Twitter.
Now that Alex Jones is off of Pinterest, we have to fill that void.
Yeah. There's an audience out there for
Yeah.
us. They're starving for some conspiracy theories.
Anyway,
So yeah, ipso facto, we're blowing up.
we are blowing up.
Sad thing is that even if he were to call us up right now and say, let's talk about the movie, I have still yet to watch.
I think I'm the only one that watched it.
I haven't watched it yet. It's on my to watch list.
But you said it's on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
For the free.
For
For the
free.
free.
All right.
Everybody loves free stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, so what's going on, guys? What else is new?
Since we're talking about movies, I'm gonna do like a. Well, you guys haven't seen it, so I can't talk about too much about it. But there's this movie that I saw the other day, and it's been stuck with me. It's this movie called Hereditary.
I've heard about it.
It's like a horror movie.
Yeah,
Never heard
I
of
think it's. I think I saw it. Not like seen. I didn't watch the movie, but I think I saw the actual like movie somewhere.
So it's just
What's it about?
I can't really reveal too much about the plot, but basically there's this family.
Momba's movie review. I hope I don't end up like Ebert.
The reason why I enjoy this movie so much is because like horror movies now, they're all about jump scares. Like what came out recently, The Nun. Yeah,
I heard the movie sucked.
I could tell by the trailer that The Nun was nothing but jump scares and probably wouldn't interest me too much. And then I've been wanting to see Hereditary for a long time because it's gotten a lot of buzz. And then it finally came for was available on demand services, so I rented it, and me, my girlfriend, and her brother watched it. And like at the end of the movie, we were just like so depressed.
Was it good?
It was good. It was really
What
good.
is it about? Can you give us a?
So it's about a family. The mother of the family, her mom dies, and it deals with the results and secrets that are revealed after her death. Basically, it's a horror movie with supernatural elements, but it basically could be a movie about mental illness and how it's passed down from family member to family member.
89% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes.
Nice.
So it was a horror movie, but it wasn't like your regular like jump scares and loud noises. It was one of those movies where it was more unnerving.
Like Split.
Split, yeah. Like Split. I would say more like maybe Sixth Sense.
Okay. Well, I feel like Sixth Sense was more of a, it wasn't a horror movie. It was more of a like a thriller.
Okay, maybe it's a thriller. But there was once like there's a scene at the end where there's like high tension and you don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. And that's what makes the movie so great is that they don't reveal a lot in the trailer. But once you actually see what happens in the movie, you're like freaked out. I would say you have to go into the movie with an open mind. Like, I really got to rethink the people that I associate with. Because a lot of the people, because I put it on Snapchat, I just watched Hereditary. And then some of the people who I hang with who are not so bright, I'm not going to name names.
Tony.
No, Tony didn't say anything about it.
Okay, I do remember the trailer for this movie.
More so people that I work with. They were like, bro, that movie sucked. Wasn't even scary.
Yeah, 89% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Those guys.
Oh, it was a 59% in audience though.
The people who say the 59%, I guarantee you the 41% of that audience, they have pronounced eyebrows.
Tony, you should check this out.
Is that a legal website?
Yeah, this is very legal.
Oh, okay.
What is it? What's the domain? Is it?
Don't worry about let's not.
Is
Hey,
it .am, bro?
Bro.
If it's not .com, I'm not going on it because I'm not trying to get the FBI knocking on my fucking door.
Well, they're about to come knocking right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because look, you can see my IP address and where I'm at.
It's like when I go to that shoe website to buy fake shoes and it's .ru. I'm like, I know this isn't legal.
Well, it's Russia.
when I get where I get my fake jerseys, it's dot what is
VIP.
it? For mine jerseys.
Yeah, it's the VIP.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, well, I'll save this for my gripe.
Anyway, so I would recommend Hereditary, but just you got to go into it with open mind. It's a very slow movie. It's about 2 hours long, and there's a lot of buildup. They probably could have cut out maybe 20 minutes of it, but it was worth watching. It'll. I think I judge movies based on how they make me feel. Like that. I don't know if you guys seen it, but that movie with Jennifer Lawrence that came out last year. Mother. When I saw that fucking movie, I was like, what the fuck? Like after that, I saw the movie, I felt like so miserable and I was depressed. And if a good movie can make you feel that bad, there's something special about it.
You should watch Hotel Rwanda.
That's a good movie too.
You should watch City of God.
That is a great movie.
You guys should watch. It's a Netflix original movie, Beasts of No Nations.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did see that. That was
That was a
very
good movie.
depressing.
Yeah, very depressing.
But it
You
was
should
good.
watch The Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
That was also
I'm
very
not
depressing.
trying to cry.
Dude, I fucking cried in that movie. I
Oh, you
cried really
wanna
bad.
Cry?
Did you cry before you watched it?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, positive.
You really want to cry? Watch Babe 2, Pig in the City.
No, dude, but that's the only movie that made me bawl. Like I literally bawled. I was actually sitting right here.
Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
It's a really fucked
I
up
was
movie. Like, it
I was watching it. The first time I watched it, I as soon as it like ended, I was fucking bawling. Like I could not stop crying. And movies make me tear up. And I've never cried this bad
You've
before
obviously
in a
not
movie.
seen the Fast and Furious, the last one.
Where Paul Walker
yeah.
dies.
Yeah.
The Fate of the Furious? No, that was in the last one.
Yeah.
You're talking about the
The
one
one before that. That's where Paul Walker died.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
was it
No, that was 6. It was
7. What?
Furious 7?
Furious 7.
I think so.
It's the Fate of the Furious. The where Vin Diesel, where Charlize Theron.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the one before that.
Yeah, the one before that. That's when Paul Walker. They said goodbye to Paul Walker.
Obviously, you didn't see that one.
Oh, yeah, I talked.
I
to
did
my-
see that one.
What were we talking about? I was talking to.
Obviously, you guys have never seen any of the Transformer movies. Those will make you cry.
Yeah, because they're so bad.
Yes.
I was talking to my girlfriend about that. Cause she doesn't watch any of the Fast and Furious movies,
Why?
and not her thing. She's just.
It should be everybody's
It,
thing.
it wasn't your thing either.
It wasn't my thing, but I was open to it. And I had to explain to her. I forgot how it got brought up, but she was like, "Why was it so? Why was it so?" Maybe because she saw my old Facebook post about Paul Walker in the movie. And she was like, "Why was it so bad or so sad at the end of the movie?" And she was like, "What did they do?" I'm like, "It was a perfect send off for that movie." I thought because I was worried that they were gonna send Paul Walker off in like a cheap way.
Yeah. Or kill him off.
Yeah, or kill him off. But the way they sent him off, I was like,
Yeah.
my chest.
Yep.
Point is, go see Hereditary.
And watch Fast and Furious. All of them.
Tony, can you give me another beer and open it with your keys, please?
You open a junkyard.
I don't have keys. So somebody let me borrow their keys?
Open up a beer for a man. He drinks for a day. Teach him to open up a beer. He drinks for life.
Ooh, Mama's
All
dropping
right.
knowledge.
Okay.
I hold it like
Here's
that,
what you do. Here, hold it like this. Hold the tip,
Uh-huh.
like as the cusp. Hold
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Here, hold on. You can open mine while showing him how to do it.
Okay.
All right.
Hold
Look
my
at Mamba. Mama's gonna show you.
Hold my beer.
Oops, I pressed the button. I hope it didn't unlock your car.
It's okay. It's not his. So like cusp it, and then kind of wedge your key in there,
Yeah.
so you can get some leverage. And then once you get some leverage, just
It's hurting my hand. Is it supposed to hurt my hand?
I don't know. You just got to use your finger as leverage.
You're doing it like.
Oh, your finger. See, your finger's too low
With this one?
because
Yeah.
you
So
gotta
yeah?
It's gotta
you gotta get it higher.
Yeah.
How
Like
high?
this. You can't see the rim of the bottle.
Oh, like that.
Yeah, and squeeze it. You got to squeeze it,
Okay. And I put my key up in there?
and then use your key as use your fingers as leverage. Try it sideways if it's easier.
What do you mean sideways?
Like turn the key sideways.
Like this?
Yeah.
But like this way?
No, not like that. The other
Oh.
way. The other way. No. No. There you go. Yeah. Do the same thing. Use your fingers
Like this?
and then turn it. Turn it. Don't
Turn-
push up. Turn it up. Like you're
this?
starting your
Like,
engine.
like turn up.
Oh. that's
Like you're
cool.
starting, but turn it against your finger. Oh my God!
It's like you're- it's like you're-
I'm
it's
gonna
like-
cut myself.
It's like you're turning into the.
Don't turn into it. Turn away
away
from
from
it.
like
Turn
that.
away
Yeah, like
from
that,
it.
right? Like this.
Here, do you want me to do it? Okay, you're obviously this. Just give me the fucking bottle.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to learn.
Oh my god.
There's some things that can't be taught.
If you monkeys can do it, I can do it.
It looks like what is it? It looks like Junkyard won't be drinking, or you're not gonna teach him to drink for life.
My
I'm
hand
gonna
hurts
I'm
now.
gonna try your way, Mamba. How did you do it? Like this,
Yeah,
and then you just like, no.
but you got to get it tight in there. I like the other way better. I like that way better.
This way better.
There you go.
Yeah, I like
See, you're the problem is you're like pulling it. You just got to turn it. Like here, I'll show you. Like put your side your key like this. You see how it's
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
and then turn it.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
turn away. You're turning into it. You got to turn away.
Okay, that's way.
Yeah, just turn away. Turn out. Like you're turning your car. off.
You know when you're driving and you skid, you got to steer into the skid. Okay, this is not like that. You're doing it away from the skid.
So if I want to crash,
Exactly. When you open a beer, pretend like you want to crash.
I got you. Anyway,
One day, Junkyard.
one day I will be able to open my beers on my own.
Unfortunately, that day is not today
No,
because we're out of beer. So
we're not out of beer. We're just
we're,
out.
we're out of beer to open
Yeah.
for now. So next week, the saga continues.
So Momba,
What's that?
do you want to talk about what we did this weekend?
What do we do? Already? I want to talk about something else.
Yeah, I'll talk about something else too. The only thing I want to say about that is I lost money.
So we did talk about it last week, which I forgot.
You know what I want to talk about? Instead, I want to talk about how Henry Cavill is no longer.
We can talk about it after this. Let's talk about this first.
Oh,
No.
how DC just sucks.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what we watched this weekend on Saturday.
Okay. Do we have to talk about all of it?
No, just the main event.
I just don't want to lose listeners. I think we're doing pretty well.
Let's just talk about really quickly about the main event.
All right,
What
let's
do
talk
we-
about the main event.
Go ahead.
It's your segment, motherfucker. Do you want me to run your segment for you? All right. Hi, my name is Daniel Medina. This week on G and the Key.
It's called Not an MMA segment.
We got Ginicky.
So yes, Saturday was UFC 227,
28.
28. We're gonna skip past the rest of the fights to talk about the main event. It was for the welterweight championship,
Yep.
which is 170. It was the champion Tyron Woodley against the challenger Darren Till, a young up-and-coming fighter from Liverpool. So it was an interesting fight. Everybody wanted to see what happened because I wanted to see what happened too. Tyron Woodley has been out for like a year, almost 2.
14 months.
Yeah, or a year with a shoulder injury, and so he hasn't fought in a long time. Darren Till has gone undefeated in his last 2 or 3 fights.
Yep. Just beat Cowboy Cerrone in the fight.
Just beat Cowboy Cerrone. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson
Yeah,
after
Stephen.
that. So I thought it was pretty interesting because originally they stripped Colby Covington of the welterweight interim belt, and they gave they didn't.
Well, he was supposed to fight Tyron Woodley,
He was
but he
supposed to
he didn't want to fight.
because I guess he had a injury with his nose,
Some shit. He said he had like
and
leakage.
he said like wait till November or some shit.
Yeah, and Tyron said no. I'm no fight now.
Yeah, and so they gave it to Darren
Till.
Till on a short notice, but it wasn't that short. Actually, I take it back. It wasn't that short. He had some time to prepare.
Yeah, sometime.
But I don't know who I was going to originally give it to Till. Not give it to him. He was the favorite, only marginally.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe he probably could win because he's just so fucking big.
Yeah, he's really, really tall.
He's like, they say he's 6 foot even, but he looks like he's 6'2",
Yeah.
6'3". He could easily be a heavyweight.
Light heavyweight.
Light heavyweight. There you go. That's what I meant. He'd easily be a light heavyweight. And he just like was gigantic compared to Woodley. So in the fight, the first round, it was Woodley,
Yeah.
but Darren
Wasn't
Till
very
were
super
trading-
exciting.
They were trading licks in the second round. And then Darren Till, this is where the champions show. So Darren Till went for a jab, and Tyron Woodley just went kadoosh, right hook straight to the face, flattened Till out, and then Woodley saw an opening, jumped on him, and then after
Started smashing him.
yeah, smashing him with like elbowing the shit out of him, turning Till's face into pancake mix. And then eventually Till opened up. Woodley got him into a a darce?
Darce choke,
Where you
yep.
basically just crank the shit out of their neck, and Till tapped.
Till.
Tapped. But it was a good fight.
It was a very entertaining
Glad
fight.
to see that Woodley cemented.
And he got his black belt.
So what fights did we lose on, Junkyard?
So we bet on 3 fights. We bet on Carla Esparza versus Tatiana Suarez. So
Did we lose that one?
we did.
Oh, so we lost right away.
And that one was actually that one was my like dark horse. That one I kind of thought that Carla would lose that fight. The reason I did bet on it though was because she was such a heavy underdog. And I like betting on the underdogs, obviously. So this is my whole thing about betting is like go big or go home. Like if you try to bet to win, you don't try to bet to break even. You don't bet to like win some money. Like I'm not gonna bet $50.
First, tell everybody how you bet. You do the.
I do parlays.
Yeah.
That's my main thing. I don't do straight bets because straight bets
what
don't
is
make a lot of money.
parlays for those
So
who don't?
parlay is like if you make 3 bets, for example, all 3 have to win in order for you to win the whole
So
bet.
basically, on the card, there's like how many fights total?
Shit, there's like let's say 20 fights.
There's 20 fights. You can,
You can bet on 2,
On
3,
3.
4.
So-
You can bet on the whole fucking card if you want.
but we did 3 fights.
We did 3
So
fights.
any of the 3, and you just pick
Yeah,
winners.
if you win,
if you can guess the 3 winners of those 3 fights, you win like a decent amount.
Right.
But you have to get all 3 correct.
Correct,
As soon as one
exactly.
of those loses, you're done.
right, you
Yeah.
lose one, you lose all.
Yeah.
So basically,
But the amount you get in return is.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's why I
wasn't
like.
really mad. It was $60.
And that's why I usually bet parlays because, for example, Tyron Woodley was a plus 125, meaning that if I put down $100, I would win $125. Not bad, not great, whatever.
So you win $25.
But right, I win $25.
Yeah.
So if I put him in a parlay with other people, depending on who they are, if they're also underdogs, I could win. You know, depending on, like I said, on their odds, I could win over $1,000.
So yeah, so the one that I did the same one you did. It was 3
Right.
fights, and I bet $60. And if all 3 of them
Won.
I think out of the 60, if I would have won, it would have been like 1,070
right,
something.
which is fucking big money.
I mean, whatever. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you're not losing big, but you'll win big.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I like betting parlays and I like betting underdogs because if I bet favorites, you're not going to win as much. And yeah, you could say I'm greedy. Fuck it, I'm greedy. I don't care. Whatever. Who gives a fuck?
Exactly.
And like I said, I usually don't bet more than like I think the most I ever bet was like $100. I don't bet more than that. I'm not a fucking degenerate. So I bet on Carla Esparza, who, like I said, was my I was really iffy about her. I kind of thought she was going to lose, but she was a like a big underdog. So I'm like, it's a possibility she could win because she used to be champion. She had her fucking ass beat. Like she was the first fight that I on my bet, and I'm like, fuck. So I lost right away. Second fight was John Dodson versus not Frank Yeager, versus the Puerto Rican kid
I don't know. I didn't.
from Tiger Schulman. I forget his name. Anyway, yeah.
I didn't see that one.
So anyway, they fought, and Dodson lost by decision, like barely. And then my last fight of the bet was Tyron Woodley versus Darren Till, and I won that one. So I lost the 2 out of 3. But whatever. I mean, shit happens. Like if I really if I bet to win to win a little bit, I would just bet. I would make single bets and I would bet on like favorites. But like I said, that's no fun in that. There's no fun in that. I want to win big. The one time I do win, I'm gonna make up for all the times I lost.
Have you ever won a parlay?
No,
Oh,
I have what do you call it?
I know there was one
think
time where you got close.
That was when we
Yeah.
were at our boy's house.
Yeah.
And, it was when there was a tie.
It was
There was one of them
it was
was a
Tyron
draw.
Woodley. It
One
was
of-
Tyron
Yeah,
Woodley.
one of them was a draw.
It was Tyron Woodley
and we
versus,
didn't know
uh,
like if we lost, but then I guess
Robbie Lawler.
if it's a draw, like it's just like you never made that.
Right,
bet.
you never made that bet.
But then we lost because we bet against McGregor.
Yeah,
it?
no, that wasn't McGregor. Was it McGregor?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
we
was.
did. Yeah, you're right. It was Eddie Alvarez versus
and we
Conor
bet it.
McGregor. It
And we
was UFC.
bet it.
It was
Yeah.
now UFC 200 was after that, but it was another Madison Square Garden.
And I remember we had got them all right except we were on the last fight, and all we needed was McGregor to lose, and we would have won. Like
Right.
But yeah, he ended up winning, and
Yeah,
but that was the closest I've ever.
we were really close. But yeah, anyway, I mean, whatever. Like I said, I'm not a fucking degenerate gambler, so I'm not gonna. If I lose $50, I lose $50. I didn't lose $50 because it was technically I spent the rest of my Bitcoin to bet on that fight. So I don't have actually I have a little bit of Bitcoin left. 'Cause
Oh, so you're betting against Bitcoin then?
yeah, I didn't give a fuck. Even though Tony says it's gonna come back, but I just whatever. I don't
Tell you,
care.
man,
You did.
you're gonna regret that.
You did say by this summer it would come back up.
Yeah, and it's already.
I
and
said by next summer.
summer has come and gone.
I said by next summer.
No. You said this summer.
No, I said
You said that a few months ago.
no,
Mamba,
'cause
what do you say?
I did say it months ago, but it was before this summer started. I didn't. Say,
You didn't say
I
next
said
summer,
next
you said summer.
I'm saying by next summer. But you assume when I said next summer, I meant
Well, the next summer was this summer.
no. But I meant next summer as in next
Yeah.
next summer.
Oh, okay, I see.
At least, I mean, you're still up, right?
Yeah.
You're still up. At least
I'm actually down. Like I looked at my well, that's why I sold the Bitcoin because I was like, I'll just fucking bet. I'm already down anyway. Who
But
gives a
at
fuck?
least you're not losing a whole lot. At least you're not one of the people that took a second mortgage out on their house.
I've read some
You've read some
bad horror stories about people like taking out loans, taking out mortgages, and just 401ks and
See,
shit.
those are degenerates.
Yeah, that's the dumbest thing you could do.
Would I have been a degenerate if I took out my 401k to go to Vegas?
Yes, you would have.
Definitely no, because you would have won.
No, you wouldn't have.
I was gonna do that.
You don't you do not take out your fucking retirement fund. You will need that one day. You do realize this.
Bro,
I'm only 30, dog. I got plenty of time to save my money.
Just remember, bro, we're here for a good time, not a long time.
Social Security, don't worry. Take care of me.
We're not gonna have Social Security by the time we retire.
Nah.
Why not? Why are we paying it?
For the people you're paying right now for the people from like years ago. You're not paying for like recent.
What the fuck? That's some bullshit. How do
telling you.
I opt out of that?
You can't.
Go to another country?
Yeah.
That is true, right? Like, shouldn't I be able to opt out of Social Security?
No.
That's like saying opting out of taxes. Even
weird.
though I read this, or I used to be like, there was a time where I was into a lot of conspiracy theories, like the 9/11
You mean, like,
conspiracy
right now?
theory. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not into conspiracy theories now, but there was this one guy I used to follow that used to talk about the government wanting to make. Oh, I think I showed me and Tony looked this up about the guy that Bush wanted to make the ID for everybody, like so they could like track you and follow you.
Yeah.
Anyway, that same guy made a documentary about how we're not nowhere in the Constitution or in anywhere does it say that we have to pay income taxes. So we all pay income taxes because we think we have to, but there's no law anywhere saying that we have to pay income taxes. So, like, if you don't pay them, they'll press charges against you and all this other bullshit. But there's no law saying it. And I think actually recently I read that some dude won in court, like that he didn't have to pay income taxes.
I feel like, even though that's true, like if I were to do that, I would not win.
Probably not, but still, you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it, Mom, but you don't have to pay your income taxes. There's no law saying you have to do it.
So you're saying that taxation without representation is still existing?
Exactly.
Sorry, my mom sent me a text saying that I got a ticket, and I'm trying to see when I got a ticket. I think the date said 4/22/2010. Damn.
What the fuck?
I think that's what it says.
Are you sure it's a ticket? It's not from that. It's not from that. They had a settlement recently where like you get your money back.
It says payment is due, and I guess I got a red light violation
From 8 years ago?
4/22/2010.
8 years ago.
I guess.
And how much do you owe?
So $100?
$100.
Fuck
That
that.
seems to be the going rate.
I got $35 back from the city for a red light ticket.
Oh, I wonder if my mom got any money back because she had like, well, I got one and she got one.
But did you fill out? You had to fill out that form.
Nah, I didn't fill shit out.
Oh, then you didn't get shit back
Fuck, I missed out on 35.
because there was a class action against the city.
I don't even remember that. Oh well.
You don't remember?
You can go back and watch. You can go back and watch the video.
Okay.
Yeah,
From 8 years ago.
Yeah.
They send you a clip. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
go, they don't
it's 8
delete
years
it.
ago, so it won't be in HD.
Oh shit.
It
then
won't
I
be.
don't
It
wanna
won't,
watch it
I think it'll be like.
I don't think they're in HD now, dude.
I think it'll be like 240p. It won't be 720.
What was I
And it won't
driving?
be 60 frames per second.
The Nissan.
No, I wasn't driving the Nissan. I was driving a. Not
Yeah,
a
because I
Hyundai.
didn't know you.
No, you didn't know. Yeah, I was driving. What the fuck was it? Oh, it was a 1996 Mazda Protege that I was driving.
What year did you come and ask me to buy you pizza?
Like 2012.
Oh, okay.
So it was 2 years after he read that red light.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was renting.
So you were a degenerate before you met us. Got it.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I told. I don't have that car anymore because I was dating this girl and she asked me to pick her up, and I dropped her off at her apartment, and she was like, "Can you come inside and hang with me for a little bit?" I was like, "Okay." So I parked, and I guess the place that I parked was a tow zone.
Oh, and they told it.
And I went upstairs, laid down with her for like a half hour, and I came down to my car. It was booted, so I was like, "Whatever, just keep it." And I just went back upstairs.
I did that once actually.
Like I bought the car for like $400. It was a 1996 Mazda Protege. It was like shitty as fuck, and I was like, I'm not paying that much to get the boot off.
It probably wasn't even that much. You're stupid, but whatever.
Whatever.
It was probably less than $400.
But it
I'll
still
tell you
wasn't worth.
It wasn't worth it. So I
Wasn't
said,
worth
you guys could keep that fucking car.
that. The same thing happened to me. I had this old Volvo. The fucking it was old as fuck. It was in like 2001, and I think it was like a like in 1990 or some shit. It was a fucking station wagon. Stopped working on me, and it was stuck in my garage. And my mom's like, just get that shit out of the garage already. Like, get it towed or some shit. And I'm like, all right, I'll get it towed. So I pushed that bitch out to the street and parked it there and just like left it. And sure enough, they towed it sooner or later.
You didn't have to pay any tickets on or anything?
No, because it was under my name.
That's never happened to me.
Because you never had a car.
Exactly.
That's pretty convenient.
Anyway, so Momba, you want to talk about Superman?
Oh, hold on. The person who left this... I took a Snapchat of the beer that we're drinking because it doesn't belong to us. And the person who bought the beer and left it here...
Sent you a bunch of angry faces?
He sent me 3 angry faces to be exact.
Well, I should Snapchat said person
Let me say
too.
thanks, bro.
Should I be like hashtag wish you were here? I'm gonna send that hashtag wish you were here.
So yeah. I woke up at the relatively early time of 11 a.m.
Junker, you have like the shittiest lighting here.
No, the lighting's perfect.
I woke up at the crack of noon at 11 a.m.
So you have a flash.
to hear news that reportedly, I don't think it's confirmed.
It hasn't been confirmed. I've also read.
You know what else hasn't been confirmed? The Conor McGregor and Mayweather fight. That
Part 2?
actually happened.
Bro, we're still waiting for
That
it.
one was confirmed.
No, the first one that you said was never going to happen.
But it did get confirmed. It wasn't confirmed when...
And you ate crow.
That was when you ate mad crow. How'd it feel? Like eating all that crow.
I don't care.
Like you were eating a good amount of crow.
You're still picking feathers from your teeth.
Every time he sneezes, like a few crow feathers come out. Like, oh shit, that's from all that crow I ate.
Anyway.
Anyways, so I woke up to the news that reportedly, it's not confirmed, that Henry Cavill is no longer going to be playing Superman. And I have mixed feelings about that. One, I'm happy because I think a majority of his performances were poor, but also I feel like he didn't get a chance to actually do his best. Mm-hmm. Except in Justice League. Justice League, he was actually like the best part of that movie.
I think so too.
But Man of Steel, he had probably like 90 lines.
But I feel like when they made Man of Steel, he was pretty unknown.
Yeah, so they didn't really like tap into his potential.
Right. And not just that, but Zack Snyder is a bad director. And I feel like he could have done better with him. Like he could have given
like Zack Snyder's other movies.
I don't like Zack Snyder's movies.
Did you like Watchmen?
Have you seen 300?
Besides Watchmen, I did like Watchmen.
Have you seen 300?
Yeah, that was a horrible movie.
Great.
Terrible movie.
300 was a great movie.
300 was a terrible movie.
What was so bad about it?
All of it, everything.
Is it because it was too masculine for you?
No.
Like, were you
It was
upset?
super homosexual.
were you-
I mean, if you're
were
into
you-
that, that's cool.
Were
But
you upset that
you
there
know.
were way too many
naked men, yes.
way
'Cause
too
I don't
many
like
men that were in shape that made you feel inferior?
that were half naked? Yeah.
Were you like, man?
Because I'm not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with
What
being
is-
gay.
So how do you?
But
feel?
I just don't
Like,
dig it.
Were you upset that when you take off your shirt, you
Yeah,
look
don't
nothing like
look
that?
Neither
like
do
that.
either you
Nothing.
motherfuckers.
No matter how.
Okay, that
But you know what?
that may be true, but you are probably farther away from that.
If half naked men gets your guys' dick hard,
no matter how
teach their own,
much-
guys. I'm not gonna judge you. You know, guys. I'm
Are
glad
you
that
are you
I'm
sure?
glad that Gerard Butler makes you cum in your pants when you watch that movie. That's all good.
I think it was
I don't judge you,
jealousy.
but
Yeah.
that's just not. It's just not my cup of tea,
I
guys.
think you're upset because
So all right. So half naked men on screen fighting doesn't get your dick going.
No,
But half naked men grappling each other, rolling around on the floor, sweaty, does get your dick going.
exactly.
Ah, interesting.
you were jealous that
Interesting.
no matter how much CGI or
Because that's more realistic.
airbrushing, you would never look like that.
Nope.
Yeah,
That's not true.
CGI wouldn't be able to
No,
fix you.
CGI could do that.
So you
CGI
didn't-
could do a lot of things.
You didn't like Zack Snyder movies like Guardians of Gahul?
What's the other bullshit movie Tony likes? Sucker Punch.
That was a great movie.
I like Sucker Punch.
Sucker
It wa-
Punch is you got to accept it for what
Yeah,
it was.
yeah, I
Garbage.
yeah, I didn't expect any Academy Awards coming out of out of that. But I thought it was a decent movie. I enjoyed it.
I like. Okay, so like for Man of Steel, I liked it. I enjoyed it quite a bit, but there were a lot of things that I disliked about it that I feel like could have done better. I feel like Krypton was too like, I don't know, not what I like. Not when you think of Krypton, it's not what you
It's
think
alien
of.
Well, that's
planet.
because
No, I know it's an alien planet, but there's a lot of
up
other
for
things like.
interpretation.
well, the thing is
I know,
that
but-
you do realize Krypton doesn't exist, right?
No, I do realize that, but I'm just
so
saying.
your expectations for something fictitious is a little.
No, not based on like what you see in the comic books. You know, stuff like
but
that.
the
like,
way they look in the comic books is kind of ridiculous.
it was more ridiculous in the movie. And then also like not just that, but like I feel like the fight there was like that one like really there was a fight scene that just fucking was drawn out. Like, I feel like it could have been a lot shorter. Like when he was fighting not Zod, when he was fighting the other Kryptonians. Like I feel that's like really
Like
drawn out.
Feora, that's her.
Yeah.
I feel like the entire DC extended universe can be just shortened.
I mean,
what
I don't
maybe-
disagree with you. I think Batman versus Superman was meh. Justice League was okay. I feel like that was a little bit better than people gave it
was
credit for.
I think the one
Garbage.
the one bright spot in the DC EU, whatever the fuck they want to call it, is
Wonder Woman.
And it
I
was
enjoyed
I don't
Wonder Woman.
and it was obviously the bright spot, but it still wasn't all that good.
Yeah, it wasn't like but I'm saying,
I don't know. My favorite movie is still Man of Steel of the DCEU.
yeah, mine's Wonder Woman.
Mine's still Man of
Mine's
Steel.
Wonder Woman.
Even though I
and
have my
anything Wonder
my
Woman
gripes
related.
with
But see, this is why this is why I think the DCEU just completely sucks balls.
I'm gonna
Like-
before I came here, I read a comment. Some guy was like, "I don't know why people give the DCEU so much shit. Suicide Squad was one of my favorite movies."
That was garbage.
You know what? I actually enjoy Suicide
And everybody
Squad.
was like, "Bro, are you okay? Are you being serious?"
Is someone like, are you being sequestered? Are
Wait,
you
wait.
saying it's against your will?
Henry Cavill is actually a good
He
a
was.
pretty good actor.
And the thing is,
Hey, did you guys watch Mission Impossible?
DC?
No.
I haven't.
He was
Not yet.
he was awesome in that. He was also very good in A Man from U.N.C.L.E.
I haven't seen that.
You know what was
He was good in
garbage though? Manchester by Sea. That shit was fucking.
He wasn't in
garbage.
that.
He wasn't in that.
I'm just saying we're talking about garbage movies. So
Oh.
I figured.
And no, it wasn't. That movie was not garbage.
That was pretty much.
That was
No,
a
it wasn't.
depressing movie.
It was
though.
depressing, but it was really good.
Blah. Thumbs down. Anyway, back
So
to
this is the guy that doesn't like La La Land.
back to La La Land, the clichéest movie I've ever fucking seen. So predictable, the most predictable movie ever. Anyway, DCEU and why it sucks. You can't have an extended universe if there's no continuity within the characters.
And this is the problem. Why are they changing out Henry Cavill? Like you said, there's no continuity. Now it's going to be even worse.
Yeah.
Because now you're going to have a new Superman, like coming into this, and they kept
and a new
like,
Batman, right?
I understand, and a new Batman, because the whole Ben Affleck debacle. Like if you're gonna keep Wonder Woman and you're gonna keep Flash and you're gonna keep Aquaman because they're keeping Jason Momoa,
Yeah.
they're keeping Gal Gadot, and they're keeping
Not only that, they
Ezra Miller.
They still haven't started production on Flash movie.
Right.
That movie's been in production hell for.
So like they're gonna keep all them, but yet they're gonna scratch their two biggest characters,
Yeah.
like the actors for
Like
their
they're-
biggest characters,
That's
Batman
like,
and Superman.
That's like Marvel scratching fucking Iron Man.
Iron Man's not their biggest one.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, he is in the cinematic universe. Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
RDJ, he's
They're gonna scratch RDJ. He's,
Well, yeah,
he's
obviously.
done.
Well, yeah, but he's been
after how many years though?
he's
Yeah.
been doing it for a decade.
Yeah, I mean he paid his dues.
He did pay his dues. The last Iron Man sucked dick.
That you know what? I agree. I did not like. I think my favorite Iron Man is.
I think the
probably-
first one was my favorite one.
is the first one. Second one.
It was
second one was
serviceable.
Second one was decent.
Third one was fucking
Third
trash.
one I didn't really like.
Straight
Yeah,
basura.
it was straight crap.
Yeah.
But
But anyway, back to
neither here
DCU.
nor there.
Okay, so Aquaman's coming out at the end of the year.
Yeah.
If they're gonna scratch it, like say, just do all of it, redo all of it, start from scratch from the
I
beginning.
think they should. So, Aquaman is at the end of the year. Maybe it'll be good. I don't know, but I think when Shazam comes around next year, they should use that as like just start fresh from there.
Yeah, but they're not going to because they're keeping Aquaman. They're doing that other Wonder
Okay,
Woman.
well, you don't have to start. Just go in a new direction.
I actually saw the trailer for Shazam, and that actually got me more excited than any other DC movie.
I love Shazam.
It looks good.
I love the character Shazam. He's a kid, and he could and he gets superpowers. I always identified with that.
So it's-
Venom comes out pretty soon.
Ugh,
oh, yeah.
You're
What?
not
That looks,
excited for
that looks
Venom?
good.
not at all.
Really?
Why not?
No.
It's got Tom
It
Hardy.
is a Sony-made
So
movie.
True.
Also, that is one of my gripes. Hit that fucking button.
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck
My
up.
gripe is with Sony. So Sony, they have their own cinematic
Yeah.
universe now. It's called, I forgot what it's called. It's another,
It's basically the Spider-Man universe because that's
Yeah.
all. They're the only rights they have.
but I forget. It has some stupid ass name, but it's Sony's cinematic universe for Marvel characters or something like that. So Sony, they can't really make straight Spider-Man movies anymore.
yeah, especially since they're sharing it with
They're sharing
Marvel.
the rights with
Yeah.
Marvel. With Marvel.
So they're going another route, and they're making they're giving characters from Spider-Man's universe who aren't
Their own standalone films.
their own standalone movie. So Venom, I can understand, and I was excited for it, but I saw the trailer and I was like, nothing really appealing to
Why
me.
not? It looks good.
I like to save my judgment for when I see it, but for right now, I don't like what I see.
What don't you like about it?
What don't I like about it? I think they're going to put too much emphasis on Tom Hardy because he's like the face of the movie.
Well, he is Venom.
But
He is the main
The
character.
movie's called Venom.
But I'm saying that there's probably going to be very little Venom in it. That was
No, I don't think they
originally
did it
that was
that
a
way.
concern. Apparently, like that was originally a concern. You won't see a lot of them. But I don't know. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe I'll be wrong.
I'm just waiting for Disney to buy Sony so they just fucking have it all.
But Sony's not going to let that happen because after
So Sony can't stop someone from buying them.
Yeah, they can.
oh well okay
Well, they
yeah.
could. You're right. They could. But if they're offered a price they can't refuse, like
But
They're not going to sell.
they
I know
have-
they're
Because
not.
Sony's got too much money.
that's just wishful thinking. I understand that.
So with Venom coming out, they already have it planned. They have Jared Leto down for a Morbius movie.
I could see that.
I could tell by your silence. You're like, who the fuck?
I
is
know
Morbius?
I know who Morbius is. He's that vampire guy.
Most people do not
sucks
know
plasma.
who Morbius is.
I don't know who.
He's a Spider-Man
Morbius
character.
is a low-level Spider-Man villain who's he's a genetic vampire.
Yeah.
So he's not a real he was just a guy who
In a
was doing
lab.
Oh
that they made
yeah, I
for
did
that.
read about that.
he was doing experiments on bats
So
and
He's like
Spider-Man.
Marvel's version of Man-Bat.
I guess he's just a vampire basically. And Marvel wants to make
But he doesn't
and
suck
Sony
blood.
wants-
He sucks plasma.
he sucks plasma because if he
That's-
sucks well also that was
wouldn't that be worse, like for you, like as a person, like someone?
no
says
you
something
could give
plasma,
up you could
wouldn't-
give plasma.
But no, plasma is worse though. If
Is
you
it?
can, yeah, plasma is actually harder to pull out of your body
Yeah.
than blood is.
But I give plasma all the time.
Not that kind of plasma.
Ectoplasm.
Is that what you call it? Let me give you this plasma, girl.
So they're making a movie with Jared Leto, who's a pretty big name. Not excited about that at all.
But isn't he already?
But
the
he would
Joker?
be. I feel like he would be a good I'm not excited for the action movie, but if he was like in a Spider-Man movie and he was Morbius, I think he'd be good.
I guess my general gripe is movie studios giving us movies that nobody wants. So like Morbius, and then not only that,
do you think they're going the Guardians of the Galaxy approach? They figured if Marvel can make it work, we can make it work too. Let's just throw out some
that
randos.
I just think it's
Because nobody really knew Guardians of the Galaxy before they
Yeah.
made a movie of it.
that, and I think it's oversaturation. You know what I mean? Just like these movies are making so much money, and cinematic universes are bringing in the dollars. Like Universal tried to do that with the Mummy. They were gonna make like their own.
Oh yeah, but
but that wasn't. That was yeah.
But it
They tried to
sucked.
make their own horror.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
genre. Yeah.
I'm saying
with the Mummy,
cinematic universes.
Frankenstein, I think
Right.
it was supposed to be Mummy,
Mummy, Frankenstein,
Yeah, and that-
Dracula.
But apparently, Mummy did so bad that they had to scrap.
But it wasn't actually like horrible.
horrible. I think that would have been a cool concept. That would have been pretty cool. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, they couldn't make it work.
Yeah, you
'Cause they're
can't
not- they're-
force stuff
yeah.
on people.
Yeah.
And so like Sony's doing the same thing. So not the Morbius movie, then they have this other movie. It was going to be a movie with two Spider-Man characters, Black Cat and Sable, but they were like, no, we want to give them their own separate movie. Do you guys know who Silver Sable is?
I
I
heard
do.
of both of them. I do.
But
know-
do
I
you think
know-
she deserves her own movie?
No,
Yeah.
definitely not.
Same thing with Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers, they want to give you a standalone Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix, which I guess is cool. But
But
why don't you
I
give
feel like
me
you can't-
why don't you give me a fucking Batman movie,
Right, with the
bro?
Joker.
That's what I
And
want
they're supposed to give you a Batman.
Why don't you give me a Man of Steel dose before I get?
You can't get a Man of Steel 2 now without Henry Cavill.
No,
You just
I
need
know.
another. They're gonna start over again.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
it's- and
That's
the
what
other
I'm
thing.
saying. Why doesn't the studios just listen?
And I want to add to this gripe. I'm tired of origin stories in movies. Like especially the big characters. Like
I
we
think-
already know what happened. Like they did it good for Spider-Man. Spider-Man was perfect because they gave you a little origin and then they just jumped into like Spider-Man.
Which Spider-Man are you talking about?
the last
Homecoming?
the last
new
one,
one. The-
Homecoming.
Homecoming.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I think Marvel realized that, so they're starting to. I think the last movie they did that with Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange is kind of almost exactly like Iron Man.
Yeah.
It was like an origin movie, but I think they're moving away from that. So like Black Panther was an origin,
Right, but they because they kind of just introduced them.
and then not only that, Captain Marvel, she's not going to be an origin story.
Yeah.
So they're kind of moving away from it, which is good.
But I feel like in like smaller characters, I think you should do it like lesser known characters. But like Superman and Batman, like everybody in fucking even like non comic book readers,
That's
everybody knows.
That's why I had a
Batman's
problem
Batman.
with.
yeah.
That's why I had a problem with Batman vs Superman because they had to show Bruce Wayne's parents getting killed again.
Right.
It's like how many times do I have to see this kid's poor parents be fucking murdered?
And that's the
Every
thing, like
fucking movie.
I don't need to see Superman's origin. So like, hey, the next, like you can give us a tad, like a quick, 10, 15, 30 seconds worth
like
of
a
origin.
touch on
Like,
it.
is there really such a big market out there of people that don't know who the fuck Superman is?
Everybody knows who he is.
Right.
But
But anyway, so yeah, that's how I want to adding to your gripe. Let's fucking cut the origin stories. If you're gonna give me a Man of Steel rebooted again, another Superman reboot, fucking cut the origin story. We all know he landed here.
Yeah.
He's a fucking alien.
Yeah, we don't need any
Let's
of that.
get on with the story. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's
Or
see
if they
some-
do another
something cool.
Batman movie, we don't need.
We don't
Give
see
me
Bruce.
like a Batman story. I don't need to know how he became
Right.
Batman. I know they did it perfectly with Batman Begins. I don't need to see it again.
Well, Batman Begins was an origin story. Like the
But
whole
it
movie was an
but it
origin
was
story.
great.
Yeah.
Batman Begins might be one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. How would you feel?
I still feel like the original Batman's. Well, not I let me rephrase that. Batman with Michael Keaton was one of the best
like
Batmans.
the
Just the first one. Batman Returns was meh.
really you like Batman? I thought Batman.
I just watched all of them recently.
I love.
Oh, you know
Batman.
what? Then again, I haven't watched it recently.
Batman
like-
Forever was fucking
That's
ridiculous.
true. That's true. But I think the Tim Burton. I don't know. I like those.
I like the first one. I watched, like I said, I literally just watched them like a month ago.
Batman
all of them,
Returns.
from Batman to Batman and Robin.
You know
Was-
what? I tried that like a few years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and once I got to Batman, is it Batman
Batman Forever.
Returns or Batman Forever? the third?
Batman Forever.
Once I got to Batman Forever, like, dude, it was painful.
The best part of Batman Forever was Nicole Kidman. She is sexy
That's true.
as
I
fuck
don't
in
think
that
Nicole
movie.
Kidman is sexy.
In that movie, have you seen her in that movie? She
In
is
Eyes Wide
sexy
Shut?
as fuck.
I guess
She was
Just
sexy
like-
as fuck in Eyes Wide
just
Shut
like
too.
Cameron Diaz in The Mask.
She was sexy as
Have
fuck
you
in The
seen
Mask, and then
Charlie's Angels?
and after that, she was
Now
Cameron Diaz was only sexy in The
There's
Mask.
an extended universe they should fucking create.
Charlie's,
Charlie's universe.
Well, they're making
extended.
a Charlie's Angels reboot.
They
Oh
should.
my
They should
God.
give each angel.
With-
their
I'm
own
tired
movie.
of Charlie's Angels.
They're making a reboot, and I think it's going to star Kristen Stewart.
Oh God.
Rose, she's not a fucking angel. The angels
don't-
were hot, and she is not.
I'm not even.
Lucy Liu was the
she
sexiest
was-
of the angels.
I'm not arguing her. I'm not saying because of her looks. I'm saying because she's
'Cause she's a morose
just so
bitch.
fucking bland.
Oh my god, so morose bitch.
Wow, damn.
Chill,
Tell us-
Junkyard.
Tell us how you really feel.
Dude, that bitch got fucking stank face all
Why do you,
the time.
Why
Like,
do you talk like she
Like she
personally
pers-
slighted you?
Yeah.
Because she could go fucking fuck herself.
Did you
Jeez.
did you slide into her DMs and she fucking ignored
She was the
you?
worst part of the Twilight movies.
You know what? You know
Aside from the story.
really? You
Actually,
think-
the story-
you
the
think she
story
the
was
worst
better
part of the
than her.
You think she was the worst part?
She
of the
was the
Twilight
worst
movies?
part of the Twilight movies.
So you've seen them all.
I have seen them all.
Those
My
mo-
ex-girlfriend
those
made me
movies
watch
had
them.
a lot of
I've seen them all
flaws.
too. Sorry. Yeah.
They did. And Kristen Stewart was the biggest
Look,
one.
Even though the Twilight movies completely were terrible, I have to
She
say
was the worst part.
Twilight has the best cinematic werewolves outside of Underworld.
You obviously never saw Teen Wolf.
Outside of Underworld, like they had some badass werewolves.
No, I have to
Okay,
disagree with you.
Who? Where?
Yeah, Teen Wolf.
In horror movies,
American vampire in
American
London. Or
Vampire, and
American Werewolf in London.
Have you guys seen True Blood? The
Yeah.
werewolves were literally just dogs.
Yeah, they were
fucking
regular
Yeah,
wolves.
yeah.
Fuck.
Well, I mean, they had a limited budget.
It's HBO.
Yeah, they still had
Look what they
limited
did with
budget.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but they're-
That was before, but that was they were still
Why do you
growing up
think-
to that.
Why do you think Snow wasn't in the last season? Or not Snow, Ghost?
Oh yeah.
CGI dogs are too expensive. It was like we have enough money for CGI dragons
or CGI.
or CGI wolves. We can't do both.
Exactly.
That's why Ghost took a fucking hike last season.
So yeah,
Apparently, it's something to do with the fur. I think is that the.
you know what else? Where else are good werewolves? Monster Squad.
Oh, that was a good
werewolf.
movie.
You never saw it. It was before 2000.
You guys clearly have not really seen the Twilight movie.
I was
I have
watching
seen
it.
Twilight
I was watching. Was
and
it
that's the same thing. They were just CGI dogs. This
They were,
exactly.
yeah.
This Twilight movies. The werewolves were exactly like
just big?
they were just big fucking dogs, like Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones should have just copied that.
They
and just
did.
made it white. It would have been how expensive is to just fucking copy and paste,
Oh my
cut
god.
and paste.
I don't know, but apparently it was too expensive to make a CGI dog.
Anyway, Not the best werewolves.
Especially like they were kind of especially it was creepy when Jacob was supposed to kill Christian Stewart's daughter, but then he makes eye
fell in love with
contact
her?
with her, and
Well, no, he wasn't. He was never supposed to kill her.
he imprints on her,
Yeah.
which is
And
a
she was
nice
a baby?
Okay, first
which
of
is
all,
a nice way of saying I'm gonna fuck that baby when it gets
she's
older.
legal. The point, no, he was never gonna kill the baby.
okay.
The point is, his pack wanted to kill the baby, so the only way for him to protect her was to imprint, because now that he imprints on her, the whole pack is bound to respect the sanctity of the imprint, and they can't touch her.
But
so
did
he
you
did it
see-
to save her.
Did you see the way he made eye contact with that
I
baby?
did see that, and that's why Christian Stewart kicked his ass.
Like he came down.
He wanted to fuck that
I
baby.
feel like
wanted
I feel
to
like
fuck-
I feel like you need
I'm
to
not
watch-
trying to be graphic, but if you go watch, I think
Yeah,
it's,
he wanted to fuck the
I think
baby.
it's Twilight Eclipse.
Yeah,
The last one.
It's the first, because the last one was two of them. There was two parts to it.
Right, but I think it was the last one.
Breaking Dawn is
Breaking
the
Dawn was the last one, right?
That's no
Eclipse.
part one. No break. Oh, wait.
Because he imprints on her like towards the end of the.
That's what I'm
first
saying.
one,
So
I
it's the
think.
the very isn't it the last?
No,
one?
it's not the very last.
It's the
one.
second
No,
last.
it's
one?
It's
second
the
to
third
last.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
So he like makes eye contact with this baby, and they start.
He thinks about their future together and
Yeah,
shit.
he just basically starts eye fucking this baby. Like I'm not trying to sound graphic on this
So,
podcast.
so, you,
but
so you're saying that this baby was already born into a Me Too?
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, the baby was kind of asking for it. If you,
Mamba's
I'm
views.
That
joking.
is like the.
I'm joking. Also, it's okay because that baby was CGI, so
It wasn't a real baby.
it was a CGI baby. They had to make this baby look pretty as possible, so they CGI'd her.
Yeah, and she was white like a
true, that's
vampire.
Yeah, she had like
so
huge eye-
technically, so no harm, no foul, because it was a fake baby.
It was just a really uncomfortable scene
Just
for
like,
me
just
to
like,
watch.
did you see? I posted this article about those new child robots that bleed and cry.
Oh yeah,
Oh
And that pedos are taking a heavy interest in them.
that's gross.
It is gross, but would you rather than pedo a robot or pedo an actual kid?
Robot.
Exactly.
Anyway, all right, let's get to our next gripe, Tony.
Hell no, motherfuckers!
Oh, we're actually doing great.
fuck
Yeah, that was your gripe.
Oh, I had a real gripe.
Oh, go ahead.
what's your
Do your
real gripe?
next gripe.
You could do your gripe.
I don't have a gripe.
You never have a gripe. I thought you were going to be prepared this episode.
I was, and then I realized that I'm not mad anymore.
Okay,
Oh,
so
my God.
I already did the cinematic universe
Yeah.
thing.
What's your next
Okay,
gripe?
the other day I went to go. So all of you who listen, you may know that I moved out on my own and I live with my girlfriend now, and I haven't visited my family as much. And the other day I went to go visit them, and I remembered why I don't visit them, because all I did was get lectured. And I have my family, my immediate family is basically just all women. I'm like the only guy.
What are they gonna lecture you on? You're going to school. You already moved out. Like
Okay, that's what I
I
thought.
don't like what.
That's what. Thank you, Tony, for seeing. So I got there. I don't because my grandfather was in town and he was staying with my aunt.
Ooh, does your aunt know where he lives?
Not that grandfather. My mom's
Oh,
grandfather.
I saw a picture that I think your mom posted. It.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, I was gonna mention, hey, does your mom?
Yeah,
So did he tell you guys where he lives?
Not my dad's dad. I still don't know where that guy lives.
For the new listeners, you want to tell them about your?
Oh, my grandfather on my dad's side of the family refuses to tell me where he lives. Like he got a new place,
Because he thinks you're a market.
and he doesn't want to tell me where he lives because he thinks that if I find out where he lives and he commits some sort of felony, I'm gonna rat him out to the police. Did I tell you that, guys? Though that
Yeah.
he like was gonna tell me he was gonna tell my sister. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna tell your sister where I live, and I brought it up again. I was like, oh, that's cool. Can you tell me where you live? He was like, no.
Nah.
So basically, he trusts
Your sister.
my sister.
To not rat him out.
Yeah, but not me. So, anyways, I go visit my family. I'm at my aunt's house, so it's my mom, my 3 sisters, and my mom's sister. So that's what, 5 women? And I don't know how it gets brought up, but they asked me how things are going at the apartment. I'm like, oh, things are going good. And somehow the idea of a man paying for everything got brought up. And they said that that's what I should be doing.
Wait, the what?
The idea of so if you're in a relationship,
Yeah.
I don't know where the fuck this came from, but my mom and my sisters and my aunt all said that a guy is supposed to pay all the rent and bills, and that's it. That the apparently the woman doesn't have to do anything.
Huh.
And I'm like, what kind of bullshit is
And
this?
this is coming from
My mom, my sisters, and her sister. So they're like, you should be paying all the rent, John. You should be paying all the bills. Why aren't you like? I'm like,
So
one,
How do they know like who's paying what?
because I told them that we all pay it half.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah. And when I told them that, they were like,
Let's have one more question. We had this person at the back in the stripes.
So I'm on this. We've played this before, but I want to play this again just so. This is exactly what you're talking about, and he makes a very good point. I just want to bring this in. It's really short. I'm not gonna play the whole thing.
How long is it?
It's 4 minutes, but I'm not playing the whole thing.
He just wants to play a
Just
snippet.
I just want to play a snippet.
Yeah,
So
let's hear from
he
you.
kind of touches on what you're talking about.
During the dating period, after like 4 or 5 months of dating, I just wondering at what point do you have to pay, did the woman have to pay when they go out? The guy is asking that there should be half and half at that point when you already,
At what point?
when you already been dating for 4 or 5 months.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, okay. To give you a quick.
He's a guy that gives advice to women about men. So he's like a speaker who speaks to women about men.
About men to help them
better understand
men.
and like dating. Like these are
Because we men, it can be very complicated.
Right.
So this guy is basically suckering these women.
Yeah.
kind of.
I'm pretty sure you're not doing
but he
that
makes
for
a very valid point, nonetheless.
Okay, go ahead.
Nonetheless.
Answer
Let
on
me hear what he has
firstly,
to
I
say.
think we should just deal with the who should pay thing to begin with. When you're on a date, who should pay?
Everybody says me.
I know. I mean, that's what I told them. I'm sorry. I
But-
would say, I'm dating. We're dating.
But here's the-
gentleman here.
Here,
supposed
okay.
to pay.
He's supposed to pay.
Yeah, that's
You're
what I told him.
but you're supposed to have sex with him whenever he says.
No. Whenever Walt
What's
wanted,
where? But where does this double standard come from? I'm sorry, it's the reality. You guys you can moan at it all you want, but the moment you say to a guy, "You have to fucking pay for my time," you're saying this relationship isn't equal. This relationship isn't equal. My time is worth more than yours, so you should pay for it.
There you go.
That's a valid point. That's good. Yeah, that's good. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Look, if I had the financial means to pay all the rent and everything and pay all the bills, I would. My girlfriend makes more than me. You don't see her fucking offering to pay everything. And then not only that, like there is a double. Like, why should if a woman wants equal rights, why don't they want to share equal responsibilities? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I did pay all the bills and all the rent, and I came home and I was like, oh, I'm trying to get laid, and my girlfriend was like, no.
Or like, oh man, I'm really hungry. I wish I had a sandwich.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, you can make it yourself.
Yeah. But we're partners.
Exactly.
We're going equal. I mean, like I said, if I had the money to, I wouldn't do it if she said it. She was like, oh, I expect you to pay everything. No. But if I had the money, I'd say, look, I'll take care of it. You're Gucci.
It's like right now I'm married, right? And I obviously don't have. I mean, I'm not have my own house or whatever, but my wife doesn't have a job. She's not working, so I pay everything. Not out of necessity, obviously. Like I have to pay everything. But like I've told her, like as soon as she gets a job, I'm not gonna make her. I mean, I'm not gonna make her pay half, but she needs to contribute financially to like.
If you did
whole-
have the means to pay for everything,
I would.
Yeah.
If I was a fucking millionaire and I could
Yeah.
just afford to like pay for her shit, I would like for everything. I mean, now now I'm kind of like stuck between like, a rock and a hard place. Like I have to pay for everything, but at the same time, I don't have the means to like. I have to like pick and choose what I pay for. Like I have to pay for her shit, and then I have to like also pay all the bills, and I got to be able to save so I can get the fuck out of here, so I can get like a house. Like it's a lot of financial responsibility for myself, by myself. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So I know where like if she had a job, she could contribute, and we could get out of we could reach our goals quicker. Well, like what you said,
You're
Momba.
preaching to the choir, brother. Listen, I don't know where the fuck the crazy bitches in my family where they got this idea, but I've never heard them say this, but they sprung it out of nowhere. You should be paying for everything. I'm like, who am I related to?
I think that's old school thinking, man. I think that's like from the
Yeah, but
1950s.
Susan B. Anthony
But your mom's
is
not-
rolling in her fucking grave
But
right now.
but your mom's not that old. Like, how is she like?
That's a good point. Not only that, I kind of flipped the script on her because I don't like to talk about my family on here. Well, it's their business, but my mom's dating a guy. He didn't have a job for a while, and he barely got a job. He's working like full time. So it was pretty funny when my mom was lecturing me. I was like, wait a fucking second. I'm like, hey. I'm like, you're basically fitting the bill for everything in your household. And then like the lights started going off in my sister's head. She was like, wait a minute. You're right. Yeah, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And she was like, oh, well, he gives me money. I'm like, well, there you go. I would hope so. Yeah.
I would hope so too.
Yeah. It was just a weird situation to hear that like these ladies just demand and feel like they deserve to be taken care of. It was crazy. It's like I told them, I'm like, is that the case? You bitches shouldn't have the right to vote. You
should be disenfranchised.
Yeah, you're disenfranchised. You should be
no more civil rights for you.
The suffragettes did not pay for this.
That's pretty funny.
I don't know. It was just a weird situation. I figured it's 2018. They'd like to be a little bit more independent, but apparently, at least the women in my family still like to be taken care of.
It's good. That's a good, great mom.
Maybe because it was
Hell no, motherfuckers!
my grandfather.
Wake the fuck
the guy
up.
who was visiting. My grandmother's always been a stay-at-home mom. Well, no, she actually got a job too.
So
She got a job at like a hotel. I mean, he probably still paid for everything, but maybe they're used to it. But I don't know. I don't get it.
So my gripe is people who start a new job and feel entitled. So like new employees that feel entitled. So like when you start a new job, you think that you gotta like fit in. You gotta like learn the ropes, right? In most cases, you gotta see how wherever you start working, however they do things, how you need to get set up. And how often do you complain when you first start a job? For you guys,
me,
usually.
I usually don't complain at my job ever.
Yeah,
I'm usually the guy that's like,
Right.
fine, I'll just do it.
Right, but like if you did, I mean, right now you working there for a while, you feel like okay, well maybe I know how things go.
Well,
Like, I
yeah,
can-
if I've been there for a while, I'd probably be like, yeah, you know what I mean?
right.
I
But
feel
if
like
it's like if it's like your first like
Yeah, if it's your first day, you're
not necessarily your first day, but let's say it's your first 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bitch
Yeah,
about
yeah.
shit.
Right. So today at work, I had to help someone with a new employee set up their like account. Like we use single sign on. We've talked about this in a previous episode.
Is this a employee? Does he work with you directly?
She.
Or?
No, she doesn't work with me directly.
Did I say he?
She works at another department. You want to call it that?
There's your problem right there.
Anyway, so like we have to set up new employees on like so they can sign on to their like email, and it signs on. They use the same password and everything to sign into multiple.
So real quick, correct me if I'm
Counts.
wrong, but I can already tell what the issue was.
What was the issue?
It's a she.
That's what I just said.
That's the problem.
Anyway, we're not
Oh, is that
sexist
what
on
you
this.
said? My bad.
You guys.
Well, he was like she. I was like, oh, there's your problem right there.
Anyway, so I had to go and show her because you have to claim your account. Like we
Yeah.
set up the account, and she has to go in there
And actually
and
set it
go
up.
and set it up. Like put new password in, answer like security questions. So like in case you forget your password, you can answer the question so you can reset your password. Shit like that. Super easy. Literally, if it takes you a long time to answer those questions, you only have to answer 5. At most it could take you is probably like 10 minutes at most. And on average, it probably takes you between 5 and 7 minutes to set up the account. Not a long time, right? So first thing I do, I walk in, like, and her boss asked me to go there to help her set it up. So her boss specifically wanted me to help her set up. So I go there and I'm like, oh, I'm here to set up your account. She's like, well, I was about to go do something. Can this wait till later? And I'm like, what time later? And she's like, oh, I don't know, like around 2:00. And I'm like, well, to be honest, I might not be able to make it at the time because I'm busy. I'm like, fuck, I got shit to do. Like, I made time for me to come over here and do this for you. And one of the other people that was with her said, no, don't worry about it. Just set it up. I'll take care of whatever you got to do. I'm like, all right. So she's like, oh, all right. But at that point, she was already like, oh, all right, I guess. So anyway, I'm like, oh, fuck it, whatever. So I already had everything set up. I just had need her to put in her date of birth, and like start make a new password and like fill out the questions. And she's like, "This is too much." I'm like, "It really isn't." And then she's like, and then she started filling out the questions, like answering the questions. I'm like, "You only have to answer 5, and you don't have to do them in order. Like there's like 10 questions. Like you could pick any 5
Out of those 10.
And answer whatever you want. And you don't. I mean, and whatever. This is just too much. And I'm like,
were they just security questions?
they're just security questions. Like what's your mom's maiden name?
Like what's your
what city did you
what
grow up
city
in?
did you grow up
What
in?
street did you like? Yeah.
Yeah, who's your favorite like fucking teacher?
what was
in
your-
What's
first
your
grade or something?
first pet's
Pet's
name?
name?
Yeah, shit like that.
What's the model of your first car?
And then I'm like, and then she's like, oh, and I'm like, so.
By the way, what's the model of your first car is one of my security questions, and no one will ever guess it because I don't
yeah,
have
it's
one.
nothing. Anyway,
It's a blank space. You hit enter. Shit. All right, now I gotta log into my bank account and change that. 'Cause I just
walking.
gave it away.
so I gave her. Actually, I'm sorry. That's not where it started. It started before that, where I was like, so for you to log in, you have to go to this web address, and it's literally 3 words. 3 words, and they're not long words. 3 words. With 1 dot in between. And she said, "Oh, I'll write it down." I'm like, "Okay, it's this at the, or it's this.com." And she's like, "That's too long. I can't write that down." I was like, "It's not that long. It's 3 words.
oh wow.
It's 3 words. It's easy to write down. It's really not that hard." She wrote it down, and that's what she was like. And then I had her fill out stuff. I was like, "Oh, this is just too much." And I'm like, "Okay." And then she finally stopped the cut, and I'm like, "Okay, so your email address is your first initial last name at our domain.com." And she's like, you speak really fast. What did you say? I'm like, I didn't speak that fast. You should know this already.
Yeah, I've never took you as a fast speaker.
Yeah.
It's your first name, first initial,
I could remember
last
what
name.
I remember what you said right now. You said
Exactly.
first initial, last name.
at your
Yeah.
domain.
Exactly. It's like, it's easy because it's your first initial last name
At
at where you work.
where you work.com.
It's like, it's not that fucking hard. You stupid bitch.
There's very few variables in there.
Exactly. And I didn't have to speak that fast for you to catch what I just
Like
fucking
you can
said.
say it fast, and I'll see if I catch it.
It's shit. It's even, I can't even speak fast because I don't fucking speak that fast. It's your first initial last name at the place you work at
Slow
.com.
down.
I got it. I still got
Slow
it.
down, please.
See, I still got everything.
Enunciate, junkyard.
So, yeah, and she's like, "That's really fast." She's like, "So you speak really fast." I'm like, and so I had to slow it down for her. I'm like, she's really fucking pissed me
You
off.
should have been like first initial, last, and then those some hand signals for her.
And I was very upset. And she finally did. I'm like, "All right, so that's how you log in." I walked out, and in my head I was thinking, like, "You fucking bitch! Like, you've only been working here. I just created this fucking account, so you've only been working here for at most a week, maybe a week and a half." Because I took my time because I forgot to help her set it up. So it's like a week and a half.
She's already
And
complaining.
she's already fucking complaining about it. Like, in most cases, people are excited. You know, it's, "Oh, it's a new job. I get an email address, blah, blah, blah." But no,
Or at least you're not a dick.
right. Right away, I'm like, "You're fucking..." And the worst part of it, too, is, like, not only is she new, but where I work, she's on the lower end of the totem pole. So not only is she new, but her job is
So she
a peon.
So not only
Is she a
like,
custodian?
So she's
She's
got
not a
no,
custodian.
So she has she's got no-
Custodians are higher than her.
Wow.
so not only is she like being a bitch, but she has no business being.
Exactly. She's like the last person that can
That
be a
should
bitch.
be a bitch.
Right. Because her ass has like no security, no job security. Like, she could be fired like that. That's how low on the totem pole she is. The fucking people like her, like in her position, you can get them at like the corner. You go to
Damn,
fucking
dime a dozen?
You can go to Home Depot and pick up one of the Mexicans to do what she does. Like, it's not really not that difficult. So she needs to fucking chill the fuck out and know her fucking place.
Jeez.
Some people need to stay in their fucking lane.
Exactly.
You should
So-
say this to her. Don't say it to me. Say it to her.
I would say to her if I wanted, because the only reason, and you know what, I was this fucking close to telling her boss that told me to go help her set it up. I was like, "Listen, like, this fucking bitch is being very fucking ungrateful." That I
Would
went
your
over there and helped
boss?
her out.
Would her boss be like, "Oh, you Like I'll look into that, or
No, she probably was just like, oh well.
oh whatever.
Yeah. That's why I didn't tell her because I knew nothing would happen.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to fucking trick on her. I'm not a mark ass trick, so I didn't. But still, next time she needs help, you know
There you go.
who's not gonna help her?
So
This guy right here.
So if Mamba's grandfather's listening, Junkyard will keep your secret safe.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Unlike
Ain't
Mamba.
no trick.
Yeah, because I'm apparently the biggest trick out there.
So anyway, that is my gripe.
Hell no, motherfuckers!
Wake the fuck
Seems
up.
like working in IT, it's basically just babysitting people.
It is. A lot of it
90%
is
of the time.
babysitting.
You get a lot of like a lot of very interesting. Like you gotta have people skills. You gotta have a lot of patience.
But it just seems like a lot of the stuff that you guys deal with is like with technology the way it is, and like if you just have the wherewithal, you could figure it out yourself.
Yeah.
Like I'm not the most tech savvy person, but I could.
Well, not everything, but a lot of the
Yeah,
the
like I had,
easy shit.
like the email stuff. You should
Like
be able to-
I had an issue recently. There's one girl I work with. She's really nice, by the way. Super nice. Like we get along great. She's been with her forever. But it was like really funny because so she just got upgraded because she got a promotion. So she got a brand new laptop, docking station, 2 monitors.
Was she excited?
The
Was
works.
Was she complaining about her new
She
shit?
was actually not too thrilled about switching over from a old desktop to a brand new laptop with a solid state drive and like way faster. And
I've actually had like that same complaint.
like I actually had to I'm like, look, this is gonna work a lot faster than what you have. This is better. But she was just complaining because it's something different.
New.
Something new. It's because
People are scared of
there
what's
was
new.
going to be the slightest
inconvenience.
even though like we're already on Active Directory.
Right.
So as soon as all you do is log in and all your stuff is there.
Yeah.
But because there might be 1 or 2 variables or
Your desktop's not exactly,
not
how
exactly
you left
the
it.
same, maybe you might have to type in a password that you've previously had saved. It's an issue for her.
Right.
Which I don't know. Some people are like that. Whatever. So obviously she wasn't too excited about getting her equipment upgraded, but she did. I had to do it because her boss requested it. So I'm like, hey, this is what I was told to do. It's not like I'm not the one that's like, hey, I'm not handing out laptops.
Right.
I'm just doing what I'm told. So I did that for her, set it all up, and there were some bumps in the road, but after like a few weeks, everything was good. So she comes over, and she's like, we have a ticketing system. When you have an issue, you email help desk.
Yeah, that's what we
Create
have
the
to.
ticket. We look into it, respond, or we go fix whatever it is.
Right.
But since I happen to work in very close proximity to everyone, like they just walk over to my desk and like, oh, I got a problem. And it's like, of course, it's always an emergency. And their excuse is always like, oh, I would open a ticket, but it's really important. And I'm like, whatever. I really don't care. Usually, like, I'll do the work.
And then you make the ticket
And I'll
after
make the
the
ticket
fact.
just so that it's on record that, hey, I did this.
Right.
Just so, like, my boss ever looks at,
Yeah,
Who's
yeah.
your ticketing
what the
system?
fuck you been doing all day, you know, type of thing. So you have proof of the work you're doing.
Who do you guys use?
We use Spiceworks.
Okay.
You want to know why? Because it's free.
Cheap ass motherfuckers.
It actually works really well. It's really good. So anyway,
We use Samanage.
so
It's very expensive.
So she comes over and she's like, oh, like something's wrong with my with my laptop or my computer.
Really quickly, when they make a ticket, do they just type in what's wrong with it?
Yeah.
It's
So
easy. It's like you send an email. It's
So
just
basically,
send an email.
you email helpdesk at
and then it creates a ticket.
You just type in what's wrong, and then it automatically creates the ticket.
I'm just gonna create a ticket that say "Don't work."
Yeah, you can do
Don't
that.
work. You could.
You could actually do that, and I'll be like, okay, delete ticket, close ticket, resolved. And I'll be-
Resolved works.
Yup. Works. Ticket resolved. So she comes over and she's like, oh, you know, like something's wrong. Like, I don't know if it's my keyboard, but like,
Hold on.
Whatever.
Sorry to interrupt you. Fucking news from Dale Wheatley.
no way.
Yeah, man,
Just
let's do
replied.
it. Hit me up at Freedoms, or I'm not gonna give out his email, for the next steps.
Oh.
Guys, he fucking responded.
So,
While we're recording this podcast,
so as we're recording in real time, the one of the writers for Don's Plum, All right, so now you guys got to watch the fucking movie.
I'm nervous
We will.
now.
Well, we have to watch it for next. I'm gonna set it up for next episode.
Okay.
I'm nervous now.
So hopefully, let's see if we can we can accommodate him.
If you'll just call or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
We will set up Dale Wheatley, the creator of Don.
You know what that means, Mama? You can't skip next
You
week.
can't skip next week.
I'm worried that he's like judging we're bigger than he thinks we are.
Hey man, fake it till you make it, bro.
I'm gonna email him tomorrow,
Okay.
and we will go from there. We will see how this
We'll
works
see what
out.
he does. Yeah. Okay. All right.
So guys, we might actually have some. He fucking worked with Leo.
We might actually have a legitimate guest.
Yeah,
It only took us like 4 years.
exactly. All right. Anyway, sorry to cut you off. 'Cause I thought that was
all good. All right.
I
So
thought
anyway,
that was
so she
important.
comes over and she's like, you know, like, something's wrong. Like like I'm over here working and my mouse is moving by itself. It's moving by itself. Like I click here and it clicks over there, and like I'm getting some keys that are stuck as I'm typing, and like I don't know what I should do. Like I've rebooted my computer. I've changed the batteries on my mouse. I've changed the batteries on the keyboard, and I don't know what's wrong and blah blah blah. And I'm like, all right. So I walk over
It
there.
was a laptop, right? So
Yeah.
was she using a mouse or a trackpad?
No, she has an external keyboard.
Because it's docs.
And-
If
and
you
it
would have
docs.
listened to
She
him,
has-
it's a
yeah.
doc.
There's a doc. So yeah.
Pay attention to the story.
Fuck up.
So I walk over there, and I'm like, okay, let me show you what's going on. Let me see if it'll do it. So she starts like logging into a site, and I see like the mouse just jumps. I'm like, okay, and then she starts typing, and then like the letter T just like all across. I'm like, huh. So I go over to her laptop, and there's headphones sitting on top of the laptop, like big ass headphones. And I just lift the headphones up. I'm like, oh, here you go. You got to move these out of the way. Because the laptop is still open, you
Right.
can still use it as a keyboard. So yeah,
yeah.
she had something on top of it
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was
Like creating the.
I
yes. So
gotcha,
I'm like,
gotcha.
oh, here you go. And
and she was like, "Oh, I'm an idiot."
what's funny is that is not
What-
the first time that has happened.
What did you do when you closed the ticket? Did you put?
I put
Person is stupid.
well, yeah, I obviously can't write that.
I know you
but
can't.
I'm like,
Headphones.
issue is non-issue. Close ticket. Yeah.
Anyway, oh, that's a good gripe, guys.
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
Let's go ahead and finish this off
Too many
with.
questions. There's too many questions.
I have an L of the week.
The appropriate question is...
What?
I have an L of the week.
You never. That's Mamba's segment.
Oh, fuck Momba. I have an L.
I'm not even upset about that. That was pretty fun.
Le who?
Now,
The her.
now, this is an L, but also kind of like a cautionary tale to our listeners to be careful out there, because it's a scary world, and you know, different people go through different things, and they can become susceptible to getting got.
Oh, I got a story about that too. Go ahead. Go ahead with your.
So, one of my coworkers messaged me. He's like, "Hey, he just came over. He's talking to me. Whatever. We're just shooting the shit."
You're gonna go pee. You better.
Oh, is
you
it-
better pee. You better pee sitting
Yeah, you
down.
better, you better pee sitting down, motherfucker. Don't let me catch you standing up. Leave that door open. I want to see you standing. So my coworker, he comes up to me. We're just shooting the shit, and he's like, yeah, it's been rough. It's been a rough past like couple weeks, whatever. He's like, oh man, what's wrong? He's like, yeah, I just I lost some money. I was like, oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. He's like, yeah, like it got pretty bad. Like I actually started a GoFundMe. He's like, I'm like, oh, I'm like, really? Since like, why don't you post? 'Cause I'm friends with my Facebook guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Why don't you post it on Facebook? Like, I don't know, because I have a lot of people, like a lot of people from work are on my Facebook, and like,
Yeah.
he's like, I really don't want to like I just started it just like I only let some of my close friends know about it and this and that. And I'm like, oh man, so like, what happened? And he's like, well, I met this girl online. I started talking to this girl online, and I'm like,
Was she selling Herbalife?
you know what? That would have probably been better. Because at least he would have had something to show for it.
Just a garage full of Herbalife?
Yeah, but he doesn't even have a garage full of shit that's half worthless. He has nothing. So anyway, so he's like, yeah, I started talking to this girl online. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I mean, people meet online all the time, right?
Yeah.
Nothing strange. He's like, yeah, so this girl, like, I was talking to her. She's from Idaho. And, we've been talking for like 3 or 4 months. and her father passed away, and she needed some money. So I sent her some money. I'm like, okay, well, that sucks, man. That's rough. Cause how this all came up is when he came over, he's like, hey, man, are you are you a sneakerhead or do you know any sneakerheads? I'm like, well, not really. Like I appreciate a good pair of shoes, but I'm not really a big sneakerhead.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, because I'm selling a pair of like some whatever it was. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I'm selling it. I'm like, oh, so I'm like, why are you selling it? He's like, oh, I'm just trying to raise some money because it's been a rough couple of weeks, and that's how we got into the whole story. He's like, yeah, I met this girl, been talking to her online, and she's from Idaho, and her father passed away, and she needed some money. And apparently, like, her father left her an inheritance, but she couldn't get it right away. So if I give her some money, she was going to pay me back with interest.
Ooh.
I'm like, I don't know. I've seen this happen before, and I would like to think that anyone in their right mind would be like, this is a fucking scam.
How long did he talk to her before she asked him for money?
He said that they were talking for about 3 or 4 months.
Did he ever like Skype her or
No.
nothing all through?
All through just texts, and
So it's possible he was getting catfished.
that's exactly what happened.
Never got to see her face?
He never saw, like, no Skype. So, but I wish that was the worst of it. Apparently,
There's more?
So I'm like, so he's like, yeah, I even started a GoFundMe. I didn't tell anybody. I only told a few people at work because I don't want everyone to know. Like, it's kind of like, I guess he feels like, obviously he already feels like shit because he got.
Yeah.
And then he like to have everyone at work know. So he only told a few people. So he sent it to me, and I saw like his GoFundMe, and he told the story about, oh, this is what happened, and so I'm like, okay, well, so he's like, yeah, so I'm trying to sell as much stuff as I can that I don't need, or I don't, whatever I can sell just to get by because, whatever. I'm like, okay, I understand that. So he sends me the link to his GoFundMe, and I look at the amount that he's asking for, and I was like, that is a lot. So I'm thinking you just probably put some ridiculous amount just to see what you can get type of thing, which is whatever. But apparently that amount that he put on there is the amount he needs to cover what he lost, and he took out a loan. He took out a loan and sent her all that money.
How much was the loan?
I didn't ask him how much the loan was. All I know is how much in total he lost.
How much was it?
How much is the Kickstarter goal?
You
Can
mean GoFundMe goal?
You want to throw a dollar amount? I'll say higher or lower.
100 grand.
Lower.
20.
Higher.
45 grand.
Higher.
50.
Higher.
65.
Higher.
80.
75.
80.
Holy shit.
So he took out a
That's a lot
loan.
of fucking money, dude.
He took out he
Goddamn.
basically gave her his life savings and took out a loan.
And then he GoFunded me stuff, right?
No, the GoFundMe
The GoFundMe is to try to
recoup.
So he sent her basically everything he
He
had
fucking
and took out a
ran.
loan.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, of course, what do you think happened? She disappeared.
Of course.
And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I want to just punch him.
Shake the shit out of him.
I want to like, yeah.
How close of a friend is he?
I mean, he's not like he's been a good friend. He's been working for a few years, and obviously, I don't want to like. I'm not trying to like. I don't want to like. But I just want to just grab him and shake him like really hard, like because I'm not.
Like
I don't condone violence.
Right.
I don't want to punch him in the face, which is my first thing. But I want to like because he.
But some people can need a good slap.
He's a nice guy. He's a really nice guy.
Well, obviously he's a nice guy.
He's too nice of a guy. But I just want to just shake him, grab him by the shoulder, and be like, "What the fuck were you thinking?" Like, at what point, like, did any red flags come about? Like, so as it turns out, she's not from Idaho. This is someone from like Russia or something, apparently. Because he called the cops. Cops are like, "Well, we can't do shit. You got to report to the FBI and see if they can do anything." He did, but that he's not getting any of that back.
Right.
That shit is gone as fuck. So now he's stuck with this loan that he has to pay back.
Man, that sucks.
And he's out of like his savings. So
Before I would have gave her money, I would have tried to meet her.
see, and the thing is, like, I've had girls, or I'm using air quotes, girls because I'm pretty sure I'm being catfished, that have tried that. Like, they message
Right.
me on Facebook.
Bless you.
Bless you. Message me on Instagram like, oh, hey, I saw your profile. I think you're really cool. I'm like, okay. Yeah.
Right away.
this-
Yeah.
First of all,
Nobody's ever said that.
First of all, yeah. See, here's the thing. Like, you kind of have to know your limitations. Like, if some like Instagram model or some like a fucking 10 just randomly messages me and says, "Hey, I want to get to know you," bitch, you're fucking trying to get something out of me.
Right.
Like, there's like, how,
Yeah, not only that, I
Like-
think fake profiles are pretty easy to spot.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that. Junkyard had somebody try to get
this
him.
weekend we were watching the UFC fight. So it was hilarious, and I knew it was fake right away. So this is what happened. So I have a Facebook friend. I haven't actually really talked to him in a really long time. He used to work with me. He created, in quotes, he created a new account and added me as a friend. Right away, I'm like, why the fuck would he create a new account unless he lost his password or whatever? Shit happened,
Yeah.
obviously. So I look into it real quick. I accepted him just so I can check it out real fast. He had a few photos on from his other account, and I was like, that's weird. Like, who does, like, nobody puts that shit up right away. And like, he only had a few friends. And I'm like, I don't know, something's weird about this. I'm pretty sure this is fake. But I'm like, whatever. I added him. Let's leave it at that. Pretty sure it's fake. A few minutes later, he messages me. This guy has not messaged. I haven't talked to him in 4 or 5 years. For him to message me is very fucking out of the blue. So as soon as he messaged me, I'm like, right away, it's fucking fake. He's like, hey, what's up? And I was like, let's fuck with this guy. I'm like, nothing. What's going on? He's like, oh, nothing, man. He's like, just hanging out, man. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, how are things going? Just, I want to try to start see how far this goes.
start a conversation.
Yeah. He's like, oh, nothing, man. He's like, it's good, man. Just working, whatever, blah, blah. He's like, he talked very normal, too. It was very normal, very
No
like.
broken English.
No, it was very normal, very like, like you would talk to a friend. Then I'm like, where you living now? First question, just to see how he answered. Because I know where he lives. He doesn't live around here anymore. He moved. He said, whatever the fuck. I forget what he said. And I'm like, that is where he lives. But that's easy on his profile. And, anybody can get that information. Then he's like, hey, have you heard the great news? I'm like, no, man, what's up? He's like, do you know that the federal government and Facebook is giving away money for
Mark Zuckerberg or something.
yeah, or some shit like that, giving away money for? I was like, ha! Did I do it? I told him, I'm like, oh shit! I'm like, yeah, actually, I did hear. I'm like, I actually already signed up. Do you need the link?
And he was like, yeah.
Yeah.
No, he
He's
was
like,
yes.
he's like, yes. And so I sent him the link to fucking
I told Junker to send him the link to Meat Spin.
to Meat Spin.
Oh, I was just about to say that meat spin.
So I sent him the link to Meat Spin, and he's like, LOL. He put LOL, and he's like, well, and he put something else about like Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook have this blah blah blah, and I'm like, yeah, bro, I just got that. I just literally just got that check last week. You need the link. He didn't respond to that one. I sent it anyway. I sent him Mr. Hands. And as soon as I sent him Mr. Hands, he deleted the account.
It sounds like he won that exchange.
He deleted the account.
Deleted the account.
He deleted the account. I'm like, you fucking fake fuck. I know you're fucking fake.
But see, the thing is, like, I don't know how some people, because this is not the first friend I've had that this has happened to. I've had another friend that met someone online.
Some people are very naive.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not that they're naive; they just want to believe in
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I think it's like the whole like kindness of strangers thing. Like, I feel like people want to believe that. Especially, I feel like a lot of people are like,
but see, I want to believe too. But maybe am I like more self-aware than most people to know that
Yes.
if a random girl just messages me, she does not fucking like me.
I don't know, man.
Like, I don't know, maybe I don't know what it is, but I was very upset for him. I was like, first of all, I just want to shake you, like really, really hard.
I mean, you just figured people would know by now. You hear so many stories about it.
Yeah.
Like if I like,
And the thing is, like, it's also like, it's so cliche and like textbook. It's like you meet someone online, all of a sudden they need money. You need to wire it. Oh, tragedy, death in the family. They need money or inheritance. Oh, I'm about to get some money, but I'll pay you back with. It's like,
Right.
I don't. Like, all
What-
those are red flags.
Yeah, not just that, but you usually test the waters, a little bit. Like, see, like, okay.
Not even that. You just
No, I mean,
First of all, if I'm sending anyone money, I need to meet this person.
right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you test the waters. You say, like,
yeah,
hey, let's meet up.
meet up. All right, let's.
I'll give it to you. I'll give you the money right there.
Or let's Skype. Even that, like, oh, you live.
I need
Skype-
a copy or your ID.
I mean, Skype's a little different because, like, I can get a girl to.
That's true,
like,
you
Skype.
could.
You know what I'm saying? I would
But-
want to meet them in person, which is even still can
But
be.
then again, you'd have
that's
to get,
more effort.
You'd have to get the girl that you're catfishing
Right. That's true.
to do that.
That's true.
Which is a little harder, but still, even then, it's like you should be able to.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I mean, as much as I like him, he's a cool guy, but I'm going to give him the L.
Do you give him the L of the
massive L.
week? Give him the L of a
Oh, man, that's
Of a lifetime.
That's
lifetime.
that's
Yeah.
a big L. That is probably the most.
Did you donate to his GoFundMe?
I thought about it, but then it's like, man, like I feel bad. I probably will, but it's like you really.
He doesn't listen to this podcast, does he?
No, he doesn't listen. I hope he doesn't.
Should we offer to post a link of his GoFundMe?
Well, the thing is, a lot of people that I work with listen to the podcast, and the thing is, he doesn't want.
But it
everyone at work to- I know.
But he's gonna- they're gonna know now.
counterintuitive. I figured, like, look,
it would also be a way. I mean, it's a much bigger audience than him just going around.
telling each person.
Yeah.
Which I understand that, but I don't know if he's just whole.
And then by next episode, we're gonna have Dale Wheatley on, and we're gonna blow up like that.
Okay, that we will blow up, yes, but hey, this is what he said. This is what he wants. I'm not gonna go against.
All right. Well, more power to him.
I just hope that he learned his lesson. That's a very
I
expensive
hope
lesson.
everybody out there learns their lesson.
So if you're out there and
be
you're
weary of internet.
you're going
people.
through a rough patch, you're going through a dry spell, and you just happen to meet someone online that lives very far away from you, and all of a sudden they need money. It's a scam.
And it's very easy to
I
get
hate
catfish.
I hate to break your heart. I hate to be that guy, but you're getting got.
I've catfished 2 people. Not to that extent, obviously. Just like fucking with people. Like the guy that had this fake account created. Me and a friend of mine, when we used to work together, we just created a fake account on MySpace. It was a MySpace account of this girl, and we just talked to. We just fucked with him a little bit. It didn't go very far. We weren't like mean. We just wanted to see if this would work. It was more of a social experiment of catfishing, and he fell for it. Fucking hook, line, and sinker. So you put pictures of a pretty girl. Any dude will, well, not any dude, but a lot of dudes will fall for it.
They got hope, I guess.
I know. I catfished my ex-girlfriend's sister's boyfriend because she, by her request, obviously, because she wanted to see if he would be faithful. So I used that exact same account that I created to catfish my
Was he
friend.
faithful?
I remember
Nope.
that account. That was on MySpace, right?
Yeah,
What do
Because I
do?
remember you actually sent me a request. I'm like, who the fuck are you?
it was me.
and one of the pictures was like this chick with a black eye.
Yeah, that was my Photoshop. I photoshopped
And
the
then
black guy.
he photoshopped a black eye and a girl, and he's like, and she's smiling with a black eye, and the caption is like, "Oh, my boyfriend, way he beats me." What's funny is that it got a few likes.
And we were like, I feel really bad for you.
Yeah. Oh, I feel really bad. Oh, hope get better soon, hon. What the fuck is wrong with people?
Exactly.
I do remember that.
And then, see, that's what I'm saying. Like that was part of the whole thing. Like I put that picture up because I want to see how people were
How
responding
stupid
to it.
people are.
It worked. And so anyway, I requested him with that, and we like held up conversations and everything. He fell for it hook, line, and sinker
Yeah.
too.
But,
so
I mean,
it's easy to get catfished.
It
It's
is.
easy to catfish
and the
people.
thing is like they're getting even more as technology improves.
Yeah,
they're
it's
getting
more
creative.
intricate.
Because on Facebook, I got a message once from some girl out in like the Philippines, just some Filipino girl, and she just said, "Hey, how are you?"
Whenever it's a Filipino, I already know it's a scam.
I already knew it was, but anyway, she was like really hot. So I'm like, oh, this is a fucking bot. So I messaged back, and I'm like, I said something like very derogatory, like get the fuck out of here, you fucking bot, go fucking whatever. And she responded, she's like, oh, I'm not a bot. I'm like, okay, then
That's exactly what a
that's
bot would
exactly
say.
what a bot would say. And he's like, oh, hey, I just saw your profile, and I think I want to be friends. I'm like, okay, bullshit, but whatever, sure. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's be friends. And she's like, oh, like, do you want a video chat? I'm like, video chat? That's interesting.
A bot wouldn't ask me to
bot
video
would ask me to
chat.
video chat. So I'm like, sure, let's video chat. So I Facebook Messenger has the video.
Yeah.
So I turn it on, and sure enough, there she is. But it's a pre-recorded video. So it looks like you're actually talking to someone because she's smiling and she's typing and you see shit on there.
What did she say in the video?
Well, she didn't say anything because you don't hear any sound. All it is, like, there's no audio. All it is just like her face and whatever she's.
Oh, so it looks like she's typing.
So it looks like she's typing and there's words coming out.
Right.
But all it is like a pre-recorded video of some girl smiling, fixing her hair, looking at a screen, typing shit. And I was like, damn, they're fucking getting really creative.
That's really good.
And the thing is that whoever is doing this can see you because they're like, oh, hey, I like your glasses or some bullshit like that.
Right.
I'm like, okay.
Someone is typing,
So someone,
and they just pre-recorded the video
So
of a girl
basically,
typing.
So basically, I can see you, but instead of you seeing me, you're seeing a pre-recorded video.
You should have pulled your dick out.
If I did, she probably would have seen it. Or
Exactly,
he
that's
probably
what
would
I'm
have seen it. Yeah.
You should have been
So
like,
anyway-
baby, I'm fucking jerking off to you.
So I'm like,
Oh.
If she didn't respond in fear, you know it's fake.
Yeah.
So
You
I'm
should
like,
pull out some
so
of
I'm
that
like,
chat
man,
roulette
they're
shit.
getting really fucking creative now. They're getting good. So then like after like a few back and forth, like, hey, what's up?
Should have told her to
bro?
send nudes.
Then it's like, oh, hey, I have a private webcam channel. If you want to join, just send money. I'm like, okay, here it is. Here's
Yeah.
the scam. But man, that was
Good
good
stuff.
on them. I'm pretty sure that they got a few suckers, but I wasn't one of them.
Nope.
Not
That's
today.
I've evaded scammers twice. I told you about the first time Dell called me. It was one of them Dell scams.
I had the IRS called me. The IRS
Oh.
saying that they were gonna arrest me.
Yeah, I was with you with that one time. We went to one of our friends' houses, Dr.
Yeah.
Cologne's house.
Yeah.
And you called back, and I think the number had already been disconnected.
Yeah, but they called me again. While I was at work and actually answered. I talked to the guy, and he gave me a case number.
Yeah.
And he was gonna send sheriffs or state police to come arrest me because I owed taxes.
Mm-hmm.
I told him to fuck off.
You should have been like, yeah, where do I send that money? I'm like, you guys take fucking,
Do you take Bitcoin?
yeah. Something like fucking Venmo? I don't know.
Yeah, that was.
Dude, I love what I like about scammers is just fucking with them. Just
Oh
like,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. Waste their time.
Yeah.
Be like, oh yeah, they'll send you money. Oh yeah, send me Walmart gift cards. Okay, cool. I'm on my way to Target. No, you need to go to Walmart or some bullshit.
Yeah, I think one of the funniest ones I heard was this guy came to my job once. He was furious, and he was like, "Yeah, some guy called me saying he was from the IRS and said that I owed money, and to pay it off, I would have to get, I believe it was Apple gift cards.
Yeah,
He's like, I'd have to get like $100 worth of Apple gift
iTunes
cards,
gift cards.
iTunes gift cards, and to pay it off. And I guess he told the guy the number of the gift cards over the phone. They took all the money off of it, and the guy was left like $400 in the hole. He was like, I want to know what you guys are gonna do about this. I'm like, nothing. It sounds like you got God.
How like first of all, the IRS doesn't want fucking iTunes. They want cash.
They want cash. They don't want iTunes gift cards, bro.
The IRS does not want gift cards.
They want fucking cash.
When the tax man cometh, they want cold hard cash.
Yeah, and he was at my job for like a good solid hour, pacing back and forth,
just
like
mad as fuck.
like mad. Like, what are we gonna do about this? Like, nothing we can do, man.
You got God.
You got God. Fuck.
We get that shit all the time too at the arena I work at. During events, people get got with fake tickets all the time. People go on Craigslist. There's another public service announcement. Don't buy fucking tickets off Craigslist.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that right now. I don't give a fuck if they look real. They're probably not. If you just so happen to actually get real tickets, you got fucking lucky. Because more than likely, you're gonna get fake tickets
What about
You see a lot of those?
what
all
about
the time.
What about? Remember, I told you about that third-party website.
Yeah.
I bought my tickets from Vivid Seats.
Oh,
Yeah.
when you thought your tickets were fake at the Kanye concert?
Yeah, but I got in.
Yeah.
But it just so happened somebody else had the same seats as me.
Yeah.
A lot of things can happen in that situation. Those seats
So it
aren't
was-
necessarily fake. They might just be duplicates.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens.
Okay.
But what he's talking about is that they were actually
Like they're
actually-
literally like they're fake. People like, and I mean they to someone that like I work there, so I see tickets all day.
You see any good fakes?
No, they all look fake as
They
shit.
look-
but like I said, to someone who doesn't
Yeah.
see tickets all the time, I mean,
But
I
to
could
you,
see.
when you look at it, you're like, this shit's fucking fake.
Yeah, as soon as you look at it, you're like that's fake as fuck.
Yeah.
Like especially like even like the people that the ticket scanners. As soon as you look at it, you're like that's fake as shit. Like that, there's no way those are real.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy some legit tickets, and I'm gonna duplicate that barcode to make them look fake. So when I go over to you and you're like, "Oh, this shit's fake," and then you scan it, it's real as fuck. And you're gonna feel stupid.
No, because that's the thing. So this is what they do. So even if they look fake, they still scan them.
Yeah.
So if they scan them and they go through, then they don't give a fuck if they look fake.
But the thing is, like, if I duplicate that real barcode to a fake ticket,
Nobody will care as long as it scans. That's all they care.
I know, but the point is, I just want you to feel dumb because you're gonna look
I'm not
at
the
it.
one that's gonna do it.
You're gonna look at it. You're like, this is fucking fake, and then you're gonna scan it and be like, oh shit, this is real.
I'm not gonna scan it because I don't
You're gonna
scan.
end up questioning life.
Not me. Anyway.
No skin off your back.
Nope. I can give two fucks. Anyway, so people, get their fucking fake ass tickets, and they're like, and then the first thing you ask, like, where'd you get them? Fucking Craigslist. I met this guy at the parking lot of Jewel.
Oh,
some shit. I'm like, fuck, come on, guys. Like, be a little smarter than that. Like, he's just like, I just spent like $500 on these seats. I'm like, yeah, well, they're not fake. I'm sorry. The best thing you could do is, the only thing you do is go fill out a fucking police report.
Yeah.
You know,
good luck.
Yeah. That's all I can say is good luck. So don't buy fucking tickets on Craigslist. That shit you get all the fucking
If you're
time.
gonna buy tickets, get them on Vivid Seats.
If you're gonna get tickets, I mean,
Momba?
Or StubHub.
At least like StubHub, like those third-party websites like StubHub,
like some
Vivid,
reputable ones.
So those reputable sites, especially StubHub. StubHub's probably the biggest reputable one. Like, what I've seen happen to StubHub a lot is like season ticket holders will sell their like seats, and then they forget that they put them up, and they'll reprint them,
and
then they'll give it to somebody else. But as soon as they reprint it, it changes the barcode. So it makes the seats that they put up are invalid. So if they printed something out after the fact, after they put it up, it'll change the barcode, and then they'll give those tickets away, or they'll use them, whatever the case is. Like, they'll keep them, whatever the fuck. It makes those tickets invalid, and then you'll go to the event, they'll scan them, like, nope, this ticket's no good. This ticket's no good. You gotta, if you bought them on StubHub, you gotta talk to StubHub. At least, if you call StubHub and say, my tickets were invalid, they will reimburse you the money.
Oh, okay.
And then they will charge the person who sold them to you for doing that.
Yeah.
So
at least there's accountability.
Right, there's accountability on those third party, like the big websites. I mean, not all websites, but like StubHub for sure. Like, it happens all the time. Sometimes they can even give you tickets for the same event. Like, if you call them like that right there and then, and if there's tickets available, sometimes they'll just like give you tickets. Like, they'll just be like, all right, well, I'll just swap them out for you. So yeah, but Craigslist, some fucking guy in a parking lot.
Yeah.
There's no accountability.
Yeah, Craigslist is also a site where people traffic drugs and sex. So I wouldn't give
Same
my
thing with the
tickets.
scalpers outside of the fucking arena.
Oh, I would never buy tickets to them.
The only way I would, and I'll tell you how, make their ass walk in,
Yeah.
like in front of you, and get scanned before they walk away from you. That's what I would do. Like, you're walking in with me. We're going to scan these fucking tickets. You're going to stand right next to me. And if they don't scan, I'm not giving you shit. I will pay you after these tickets get scanned in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can be on your fucking merry way. But
And
other
if
than
they're
that,
like, no, man, I'm good.
then you don't buy them.
Exactly. No, you're not good. That's the problem.
Exactly. So I'm out. But I wouldn't buy shit.
Have
from
you
that.
ever seen anybody do that? Like,
No.
walk up with a scammer?
Fuck no. No, nobody's got the balls to do this shit.
Scammers wouldn't walk up.
No.
I mean, if they're legit tickets, I'll be like, oh, sure, yeah, I'll walk up with you.
Oh,
whatever.
yeah. Or do that, yeah.
But the thing is, in most cases, they probably wouldn't even do it. I bet. Even if they were legit, they probably wouldn't walk in with you because they don't want to get caught.
Oh, because you're not supposed to be selling them at all, right?
No. It's illegal. But like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, your best bet, buy them from like the actual ticket, whoever sells them, Ticketmaster, whoever the case is, or StubHub, somebody reputable. Like at least a StubHub will give you your money back. So that's a good life story, or good what do you call it?
You guys are dicks in your podcast sucks.
Good L, Tony.
More of a PSA.
Yeah, PSA/L.
There's too many questions.
I've already had
The appropriate question is, when the hell are they?
Excuse me. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
My answers frighten you, Vincent, then you should cease asking scary questions.
What were you going to say?
No, I was saying like more of a PSA. Like I've already had a few friends that got.
You don't want anybody else to get got.
Don't add to that list.
Dear Tony and Momba, my boyfriend and I love each other very much.
No, you don't. If you have to,
if you have to like point that out, you don't at all.
But we are both so jealous. We fight every day. The only time we get along is during sex and right after.
Yeah.
Recently, he found an email I had written when we first got together and replied to a message I'd received about becoming an escort.
Whoa.
I didn't follow through with it, and I never cheated. I was broke at the time, and he had just been sent back to prison.
Oh, God.
I didn't know what to do. How can I earn his trust and keep our relationship from becoming toxic?
First of all,
Trying to make it work.
this is not going to work. You should stop trying to make it work.
Yeah. I don't see any positives in this relationship.
I mean, if the only time you get along is during and right after, that's... I'm assuming he's probably like one of those 2-pump chumps. So it's but you only get along for a few minutes.
Probably, yeah.
And then once that euphoria wears off, which is usually about 10 minutes after.
And he's a jailbird.
Once that dopamine,
Yeah, that shit wears off
goes
real
away.
quick.
Doesn't sound, you guys are going to go the distance.
Yeah, this doesn't...
Does not bode well.
I'm sorry, you're not going to have, doesn't sound like you guys are going to have a shotgun wedding where your dad is standing next to your husband, pointing a shotgun at him, and you're wearing camo colored wedding dress.
So her question is, how can I earn his trust and keep our relationship from becoming toxic? It's already toxic. And it doesn't sound like there will be trust. So cut your losses. Move on. That's my advice.
That sounds like good advice, Momba.
Yeah. Not only that, I was broke at the time, and he had just been sent back to prison. So if he's being sent to prison multiple times, you probably want out of that relationship.
Yeah, it's not like he was like, oh, he just got sent. No, he got sent back.
Yeah.
So he's already been there.
Yeah.
He got out, and now he's going back. So
and she needed to resort to being an escort.
So that shit is toxic.
We've all been there.
It's fucked.
I wish I was an escort.
A gigolo?
A gigolo.
What was that show?
Gigolos.
Yeah, there you go.
At Showtime. It was a great show.
Yeah, that one guy was such a pussy, though. The one that was always crying and complaining about shit. There was one guy that was always like, man, I don't want to do it.
Jimmy?
He was always like,
I think it was
whining.
Jimmy.
He was
I
such
think you're
a
talking about Jimmy.
bitch. Anyway, continue, Junkyard. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com.
Yeah.
Follow us on Pinterest.
So,
Do you have Pinterest yet?
No.
Get us on Pinterest.
Like I said, facebook.com/NKOTP1.
We need because I'm looking at all the icons over there.
Yeah.
We have room for 3 more, right? So just keep it like. So Pinterest. What's another one?
We're already on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Tumblr? Do we have a Tumblr?
Ooh, Junker, get us a Tumblr. Pinterest, Tumblr, and like one more. What's another one? Fucking
MySpace.
Friendster.
Do we have a Google Plus?
Yeah, we do.
Oh,
Get
out of here.
Where's the icon for that? Oh yeah, we don't want.
I don't think it's on there.
We don't want to poke. We don't want to brag about that. All right, find us 3 more platforms, Junker, and get us on them.
Anyway, yeah, like us on Facebook, facebook.com/NKOTP1. Follow us on Twitter @NewKidsInThePod. We're following more Twitter now, so if you actually want to tweet us, go ahead. Yeah. See us on Instagram @NewKidsInThePod. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Spotify, fucking everything. Shoot us an email, newkidsinthepod@gmail.com, or leave us a voicemail, 774-40-NKOTP. Mamba?
In a world full of toxic...
In a world full of toxic relationships, don't send people money over the internet.
Ever.
All right, guys, we will more than likely be back next week with a special guest. Hopefully. Let's fucking
Don't
hope.
make promises.
I don't make promises, but hopefully we'll have a very special guest next week. Well, I guess we will check out next week. Kissies on your dickies.
How we said it, when it's at a red light, but the things you sit around, it's so rich, oh you know this, cause they focus too much and they spin around. Yeah, let the track ride, and we out. Look at DJ, look it up. Right.